Hello, hello, hello! Look at us being bang on time. How are we doing? How are we feeling? How are we thinking? I hope everyone is feeling great. Excited to get us into some StarCraft 2 today, as we are going to be starting off our third WardiTV 2025 Championship Qualifier. With the 2025 Championship starting this weekend, it's time for us to get real serious and figure out some more players who are going to be taking part. Going to be a lot of fun and excited to get it all underway in the very near future. We're going to go Scarlet versus Nice in our early stages today, so that's going to be our first matchup up in just a few moments' time. What's up, Brody matey? How you doing? Hello, hello. Good to see you. Hope everyone's doing well. Yeah, so our bracket's looking pretty fun, guys. Got quite a few signups, which is great to see as always. And we'll be working our way through this as we have the WardiTV 2025 Championship. Like I say, it's starting this weekend. Player list is starting to fill out a little bit in case you're wondering how it's gone so far. We've already had Trigger, Percival, Cure, Rogue, Shameless qualify from kind of open qualifiers. And we already have some seeded players in the form of Clem, Stola, Classic Hero, Max Packs, and Showtime. We'll talk more about the format as we get more information available on it as well, but for now, that's what we're going to be working with. As we're going to get ready to roll in just a few moments' time, like I say, just waiting for lobby to come up, which I believe it just has done, so we should be able to kick off in a second or two and truly get this party properly started for the day. 10,000 feet going to be our first map. Perfecto. Alright, alright. Let's double check everything is set up properly. I think we're looking good. Alright, Scarlet versus Nice is going to be our first round match. Going to be some ZVP to kick things off here. Let's get this up and rolling and see whether Scarlet is feeling up to the challenge. Actually a fun first round. I don't really know what to make of that overall. ByuN in this section of the bracket as well. Creator, Geralt, Horst, and Jimmy in a PvP section below this. And then the top half of the bracket is players such as Nightmare, who's been playing great lately. And then NicRoK, Yakov, Ryung, and Rex. Alrighty, let's kick off into some Scarlet versus Nice. In the top left-hand corner, our yellow Zerg player to start us off. This is going to be Scarlet. Awesome on the 3 watch stream streak watching. Love to see the dedication over here. What a guy, as per usual. Legendary performance, 3 in a row. I mean, now I know what you did all weekend. You were just right here watching the stream. Always great to get that confirmation. Alright, Scarlet in the top left, Nice in the bottom right. Super excited for this. It's always fun to watch Scarlet, especially nowadays where you don't really know where Scarlet's at or how good she is. I think is a pretty fair statement. You know, Scarlet is one of these players who has not been playing as much as she used to, but she definitely kind of comes back, especially when there's new maps, especially when there's a patch. She crops up in tournaments every now and again, and every time she crops up, it's a lot of fun, and she's just always a fun player to watch at the end of the day, right? She's a very popular player, she's always had a fun style, and while she might not be at her very best still at this day and age, I think she's still absolutely competitive enough to give us some great games. Then you've got Nice, who is always known for his craziness, and he's also kind of just not been around as much as of late, and then the last few weeks seems to be attempting to play in some qualifiers and some open cups again, so we're starting to see Nice's name crop up a little bit again, which is exciting because it was really fun seeing Nice as part of the, you know, the tournaments over the past few years, especially because he was good enough to challenge and always crazy enough to keep you guessing as to what the heck was going to be happening next. You know, it's never a boring game when Nice is involved because almost certainly it's going to be a little bit wacky, wonderful, and not quite your normal game of Protoss versus whatever matchup he was playing. Although that said, his PvZ was typically a little bit more standard than, say, his PvP and his PvT, where he definitely had a lot more crazier plays, proxying. I mean, I'll never forget the Nice versus Clem World Team League matchup, where Clem was the ace match as well. I think he built the Nexus and the natural expansion. Alpha X versus Liquid. There were so many great moments from Nice. Like I say, it's always always a lot of fun to see what he's up to. And he's definitely been very good as of late. Just see a couple Lings nibbling up. The probe will take some shots, so a few bits of damage being done for the moment. The Stargate coming through. The Nexus is about to complete. The Adept on the way, adding on that Warp Gate. Ling Speed, Queen, and the Drone coming up as well. First few moments here on 10,000 feet. Looking rather brilliant. So everything looking good so far. Warp Gate, Stalker probes, and the Stargate just coming up for now. The Ling Speed is about halfway through. A couple Lings and the Queen coming about. Those few drones still building as well. Just going to have that Overlord still chilling out nearby, overhead, keeping an eye on everything. Sees the second gateway coming down. It's the Stargate in the main. Everything's pretty normal for Nice. There's nothing really for us to shout about there just yet, but we'll obviously keep our eyes to see where things are going, as that Zergling speed from Scarlet is going to be on its way, and a couple of Lings continue to come across the map, just to keep some map control. As Ling speed finishes, that map control will continue. The main thing here is that Nice just didn't move onto the map at all. Adept and Stalker staying back at home. He's playing very respectful of the fact that Scarlet could be an aggressive player, and it wouldn't be the first time that we saw Scarlet kind of pulling drones and being super aggro in ZVP. But yeah, definitely just playing a very cautious approach where this Adept and the Stalker get set up nicely. They're just going to sit here chilling for a little bit. They're not going to go poke across the map to look for early pressure. Of course, with Adept Stalker, you do not have the second Adept, which is sometimes some of the power points. Scarlet finds a way into the natural, forces the Oracle to activate, but it will not kill the Lings quickly. Going to get a full scout in the main. We see a second Oracle on the way up. That's good confirmation. It just makes the difference of, like, okay, this isn't a one Oracle, like, fast Twilight Council or so. You can just start eliminating a couple of the build orders that this maybe could have been. If you go Twilight Council and Glaives from here, it hits after a certain point compared to if you skip that second Oracle. So just getting that confirmation is really nice, and obviously we've got a probe out of it as well. Scarlet finding some pretty darn reasonable damage in the very first few moments. Swap moves back to the side, the double Oracle moves off toward the top. Drones on the way, the Spore is still building, a couple dronies finishing soon. Assimilator's battery and the Nexus building up on the side of Nice, and yeah, all of that coming through. Twilight Council and Forge both coming online over these next couple of moments, getting that underway. Oracles will activate, a few drones already going down, going to make that 4 workers already. Revelation back onto the natural. And Gain Forge and Twilight Council both coming up. The melee upgrade on the Evolution Chamber will be starting as well. Half-Worth Hatchery from Scarlet goes to the top side. We just have... I mean, this was nice getting in to get a few kills. It's a nice little bit of something. So we get in, 4 drones go down. Melee upgrade building on by. The lairs halfway done. And Oracle gets right down the bottom as Robo Facility Gateways. +1 attack upgrade coming up as well, adding on the charge. Stalkers will sit underneath, and that Overlord obviously goes down rather quickly as well, so it's going to be a nice little grab from those Stalkers. Now going to make a play onto this Overlord as well, so just looking to, again, get some damage done here and there, get some grabs where available. This hatchery going to be next on the list of things that gets taken down, so this 5th hatcher's in a bit of trouble. I mean, this is an awkward position because we've just not mined out here yet, so getting units across here is a bit more difficult than it typically will be. So that's worth keeping in mind a little bit too. And we'll just have ourselves the build up resuming. The Stalkers do get the cancel on that hatchery. It will go down. Now, Lings, a few of them just getting caught in that stasis ward as well. That should settle us down here for the most part now, on top of everything else. So yeah, we did have to cancel and rebuild. We lose a couple drones, sorry, the Oracles into the main base again, just get a couple of extra kills. And otherwise we have the Archon on the way up, charge and +1, all on the way up. So just get that building in, a couple gateways coming in over to that left-hand side. Stalker, Zealot, Adept, Prism over to the right, and we do have more Zerglings just running down the left, looking for maybe the chance to jump onto an Archon there. Not quite going to happen. Stalkers step through, the Overlord will take some damage, so the Overlord's taking some shots already. A couple of those creep tumors going down quickly. A bunch of the creep being picked away at, and now going to get the chance to start moving up this ramp. Spore Crawler, another one, trying to get into position here. The Zealots, the Archon, the Stalkers will continue to push on forward. You can just see the Archon picking away at the Queens. The Queens take a little bit more damage. The Zerglings are going to try to come back around. We continue to fight. I love the Spores to try and zone out the Oracles. Why not? We do have the Hydras in the back. They're going to add good DPS, and they're being kept extremely safe because those Zerglings are tanking for a long time. If you're going to kill that Archon on the exit, The Oracles pull a couple units around as they threaten the mineral line over here. They're going to get a few kills, but this was a defense by Scarlett. She pushes this away. She even killed something in the sky at the very end there. What did she kill in the sky? Prism, maybe? Yeah, maybe the Prism was just right. I just heard something die, and I'm pretty sure it was an air unit, but I'm not sure if the Prism died before then. Either way, I mean, this was a great defense. This holds off against Nice's aggression. The spores relocate, so we are going to have one in position here to keep those Oracles at bay from this point on. And that's going to be one of our main goals, to try and make sure those Oracles do stay away and don't do too much else at this stage. Feelings just going to nibble their way through and finish off those rocks. So we kill the rocks off. Again, Overlord speed, Muscle Augments coming by. 6 Dropper Lords on the way. I love it from Scarlet. She defends and she instantly turns the aggression switch to on and gets that up and ready to go. So she's going to send it with those Dropper Lords and obviously try and find damage. Ling Hydra threatens down the bottom left. No Hydra speed for a few more seconds, but also not far from Bane speed. I would imagine all those upgrades finishing are going to be a sign for Scarlet to kind of just wait a couple moments. The Overlord speed too obviously will allow those Overlords to be a little bit better. Ling Hydra heading down that right side. There's a +2 missiles, a bunch more Lings coming about. +2 and Storm will continue into play. In the main base, a few more Zealots get warped in. They're going to head straight into that mineral line. Drones going down instantly. Hydras continue to chase after the Zealot Archon. Sentry Stalker coming back over. The Zealots get through. The Queen goes down. The rest of the Zerglings will continue across. Over to the left side, they're going to get rid of a couple of the Zealots. And just get a bit more damage done there as the Dropper Lords come around the right-hand side and look for the main in the next few moments. The Queen's still going down. That Swarming Pool is actually going to fall as well. I mean, Scarlet got all of her upgrades finished, but apparently he's being distracted enough. She's not taking advantage, and obviously the moments that pass by now bring Nice closer and closer to a better position, with Storm going to be finished. You know, +2 available very shortly as well. Like, all of the things are kicking in for Nice that are going to help him a lot to see a later stage of this game in a more and more comfortable place, so yeah. Dropper Lords head into the main, just going to be dropping off and forcing already a big Zealot warp in. That's nice, but the Ling's just going to get a wrap around in multiple places, so we'll give it a second or two to see how effective that turns out to be. We'll just hold out right there and take a moment or two. We got a couple of probes killed. 38 more Lings coming about right there as well. It's just going to bring those straight up. And this was a 16 probes killed scenario because we're on the left-hand side at the same time with this Lingbane Hydra army coming through too. So continue pressure over here. And Nice is going to be losing some more Zealots because there's still Banelings left over, which is kind of going to be the bigger issue of all of this right now. As Hydra's staying busy and staying right in the front. Storm coming down. The Zealots taking some damage. The Ling's still trying to slip on forward, getting toward everything else right now. The couple of High Templar morph into the Archons. His base going down is brutal. The feelings over there are what's caught in the stasis. I mean, I think these Hydras, are they good enough to get rid of the Archons? Not. We're going to run out of support for these Hydras, so Scarlet is going to get cleaned up. This is going to be shut down. And for the moment, Nice will hold on, although still some pretty serious damage taken. Losing a base and more is not exactly ideal. Army coming back around the side, Storm coming about, Lings getting chased around as well. Continue to hunt here for the moment. Lings, Hive, +2 melee upgrade coming about as well. Some additional Banelings coming up. The army stepping forward from Nice as we do see a couple of Creep Tumors going down. The rest of this army still stepping forward just for the moment. And just have ourselves the Banelings, Lings, and the +2 melee coming around as well. Prism is going to be there. Getting pushed back. Queen's dealing some damage. Hydra Bane. Gonna go rolling up. Storm is gonna come down. Ling's gonna get in towards there. The Baneling is looking to connect in on some of those probes and High Templar. A couple more Storms still coming down. Just gonna be seeing the Zerglings Continuing about, the Hydras continue to straight here. Scarlet again just hitting into this base, but it's those tech units we're afraid of. And I'm afraid these Zealots get in front, and then these tech units get protected. The first two Archons, you can see how quickly they fell, but the moment the Zealots in front, it's so much more difficult. Scarlet tries to break through once more, doesn't quite have enough. Kills 6 workers this time around. That's going to be seeing our army pulling back around, Hydra setting, ready to go once more into the bottom side. Adrenal glands coming up, plus the melee coming about, a bunch of additional links coming over. Hatchery goes to that left-hand side. Now we're going to see our 6-7 bases coming about. The Hydras will get there for the couple of Zealots, so we're just going to clean those up as well. A couple of Zealots, 2-3 Zealots just going to come straight through. Spinecrawler poking. A couple of Lings just going to be going in after that Zealot, clearing that up as well. As you see, the Zealots still getting picked off for the moment, so a little bit extra coming about for now. Sorry guys, give me 1 sec. It is past walkover time, so I'm just trying to deal with a couple of walkovers. Let me just tab out the game quickly to edit something in while we have this drop coming, but then the drop stopped for us anyway. Perfect. Alrighty guys, sorry for that. Probably saw a little bit of FPS drop. Link Hydra gathering up. Bane's coming through. Bane Hydra coming about. Those Lings back in the main base, sorry, as they get cleaned up pretty easily, so only a couple of probes going down. Scarlet on her way to the Lurker Den. I like that we're seeing something extra from her. Clearly this continuous wave of Lingbane Hydra is keeping nice pinned back, but it's not breaking through. So I love that we're taking the advantage that we're creating and doing something with it. Obviously this time in the form of... aggression continuing through. Extra Bane's coming over, Ling's joining up, Hydra's coming over as well. Getting settled in, drop loads down the bottom right side. So this time the drop in, attack on the left hand side as well. Bane Hydra coming about, the drop lords over here coming back in once again, the Immortal coming through, but more damage being done. And it's going to be seeing the Hydra Bane Ling still coming in on that left-hand side, hitting the gateways a couple more moments. A couple of Archons coming through. Immortal's just going to shoot, just going to get back over that left-hand side. Size Expand still coming through, plus 3 melee about halfway done. Oh, nice actually steps really far into the map here. The storms are going to be brutal. Oh my god, nice. Well, it's an electrical affair today, as that is going to be so much going down for Scarlet. But I mean, Nice loses a lot as well. The Queen's over here apparently a moment away from killing this Prism off, but then the Immortal, I'm sad that this Immortal is so low and it's going to be getting away from it. Gonna see a couple more shots coming through. Archon's coming about. Hatchery going down once again. Just the Lings coming over. The Immortal getting grabbed. It does go down. I was going to say that Immortal really deserved to die. It was such low HP for so long. And those storms were absolutely nutty. There's 11 additional lurkers. We'll start a morph on in here. I knew this was going to be a great match to start the day, but it is absolutely delivering. Lings back around the right side. Lurkers down the right. Just going to be seeing the Lings into the Overlords or the Drop Lords again, so we still look to maybe threaten there potentially in the near future. The extra Lurkers coming about. Carapace coming up. Prism on the way from the Robo facility as well. There's the Hydra Lurk. It gets down to the bottom side. Just going to be seeing a couple of Hydras flying away, a couple of Stalkers dropping. Just going to knock our way through. Next is taking damage. Cannon going to be falling as well. The Lurk is coming back around the other direction. Nidus Network on the way up, and we do still see the Carapace coming through also. This is going to be interesting because obviously you can see Nice is kind of getting close towards Scarlet's bases. Losing some of these High Templars in the backfield. There's multiple Storms we're missing out on. Like, there's going to be one High Templar with full energy, so 2 Storms remain. Scarlet across the map. This time the drop on the main base is actually still going to be denied pretty well. The Zealot Warpins there have been effective, but we've lost this forward base. Nice is all in, and I just don't think Nice can do enough while being hunted down by these Lurkers. Like, Nice's army supply is still good. I just don't know if it's good enough to fight against Lurkers at the end of the day. I think that's going to be the major issue. I'm just going to be seeing a couple Zealots going around, extracted drones coming over. The rest of this army still stepping through as well. Just going to be getting in after some drop overlords here and there. There's still the Lurks on the other side that will slowly work their way through. Zealots going by, looking after Hydras as well. A lot of workers down on both sides. Scarlet's still just about holding up supply-wise. She actually has just bases everywhere, so the little bit of extra income that she still has, like, she still has money. She only has 2 lava, but if she needs to, she can rebuild extra. They'll lose the top right side. She's going to build 20 drones! And now 12 lurkers morph in. What are we building 20 drones for, though? That's crazy. When you've got your opponent, like, dead to rights, 20 drones was certainly a choice. I think if we cancelled them all, I almost want to think that was a misclick almost. It's crazy. Zealots Immortals, probes coming about. Just going to be seeing the High Templars coming through as well, playing clean up on the Lurkers down here, but there's so many Lurkers on the field right now, and this army is basically Zealots at this stage. Now we're rebuilding some Hydras as well. Those Lurkers burrow. A bunch of the Zealots already taking some damage, and we'll just see the army of Nice continuing back around into the center. Lurkers burrow again, a few Hydras setting up, a couple hatches on the way through. Lurkers is going to try and fight this off, and it is obviously looking like it's more than good enough. These Immortals will not get the job done. GG says nice, and what a game to start the qualifier. Scarlet will take the opening map and a 1-0 lead in this best of 3. It is all best of 3 today, guys. So, continue through. Get going in a couple moments. Alright, game 2 coming up. We'll get that underway. Perfect, readying up. No results in the bracket apart from Lad Alex defeating Hacker as top. uThermal got a walkover over Lemon. Otherwise, everything else is ongoing for the moment, guys. So, continuing on through, and our game resumes. Let me get back on track and into Ruby Rock. Let's get this going. Scarlet at 1, taking on Nice in this game number 2, guys. We get this on the go. Probe coming down to that bottom right side. Look to see a bit of what's going on. Next coming up, Cybercore coming through, Hatchpool with the gas. No surprises really. And get settled for the first stages here in this game 2 of the best of 3. Exciting stuff. I mean, Scarlett's obviously gonna. I mean, both these players are gonna have a tough time next round against ByuN, but exciting to see them putting up such a good showing. Very possible, even if players don't qualify as well, playing in the qualifiers does put you onto the invite list, guys. That is pretty, pretty nice to kind of just know. We do try and prioritize players that play in the qualifiers for invites, so... Drones, couple queens. Just coming by, that link speed coming over. And a couple lings in the probe coming about as well. After a pretty excellent first game, gives me a chance to just say hello to everyone as well. How is everyone doing? Good to see you all. If you're enjoying the stream, let me know what's up. Let me know how we're feeling. Don't forget to like and subscribe on the YouTube as well. Always appreciated. And if you're really enjoying, of course, the usual ways to support are available too. I just want to make a quick note that, again, any donations on the stream over the next few weeks are going directly into the WardiTV 2025 Championship prize pool. So if you would like to support the prize pool for this event that we're currently watching qualifiers for, you can do so just by donating regularly on the stream or super chatting. They all work. All of those do have the same effect. So yeah, help us raise the prize pool up. We have already, with the donations so far, been able to guarantee prize money to every player in the tournament. So originally the bottom few players from the group stages were not getting a payout. But with the donations we've already received, we have been able to guarantee the prize money for those guys. And we now aim to increase the prize money payout for all players across the board. So if you guys, like I say, want to help us make this feel a little bit more championship level, you consider supporting Donate today and help us out. As I'm following a probe, while an overload goes down, there's a couple lings at the front. I'm just reading the chat while I sell out and stuff, so don't mind me. Don't mind me. Thank you so much, Squire CD, coming in as well with the first sub of the day. Thank you so very much. I will get you on the tree after the game as well. Thank you so very much. First tree edition of the day. Very, very exciting. Alright, a couple Oracles trying to fight, a couple Queens getting chased around. One Queen will go down, the Queen's going to be there. Oracle's taking a few shots of damage. Twilight counts are coming about, the Oracles will activate. Drones taking some hits. And now the Oracles retreat back out to the center of the map as well. So just going to be able to pull away over there, getting out of there, and escaping for the moment. Drones coming about, letting the road drone coming through. Just have ourselves a few probes gathering around as well, so just getting all of that settled in. The few Oracles are going to take the chance to just stay on the map as well, staying aggressive here from Nice. Yo, E-Carrick, thank you so much for the £25 donation. Hell yeah. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. Like I say, though, that goes directly into the prize pool for this tournament, so I appreciate the support, helping get the ball rolling today. Like I say, we are in crowdfunding mode. We want to make this big. We want to make this happen. We want to make this... I want to make this a $10,000 tournament. And that's greedy because I just want my tournament to have a big prize pool. But it is all about supporting the players. A lot of the players playing in this are the players who have been participating in WardiTV events throughout the year. So, you know, to me, this is really my chance of putting on a bigger and better thing that gives, you know, back to the players who have given us content throughout the year. So... like I say, thank you so much for the 25. I appreciate you. Very exciting. You will get a place on the tree in the form of being joined up on the donation star on the top of the tree. Wow. Exciting? I know. I know. It's amazing. It's amazing. Bulling's moving about. There's going to be seeing the robo facility, the probes coming through as well. +1 missiles, the overlord speed, and roach speed all coming in as we speak. The Oracle's diving on the other side, trying to get after a couple of units over here. It's actually going to get the Queen, and then the Oracles will stay active. On the top side, just a couple of Zealots. I think that's very defendable. Scarlett just needs to move our roaches that way. No. Oh, I don't think she's realizing she's under a little bit of fire right now. That was a very savable base. That fourth base should have never died. That was a little bit weird. Roaches come across. Zealot's just gonna get chased. Just having the Zealots getting chased around that left-hand side as we have, again, the Roaches coming through, chasing after those Zealots still. Seeing if there's a little bit more opportunity. A few more units in the center. Ravager's morphing. So Scarlet's going to send this into a massive attack. It's a little funky. And the Roaches and the Queens gather up. A couple of Zealots trying to hit onto the right side, going after the hatchery, and the Roaches still chilling on the left, but obviously we've got a big push on the right, so it's going to be this multi-prong that might be the real killer here for Nice as Scarlet comes in from two angles. We know about these Roaches here, though, which is a big step in the right direction. It's over double army supply, but it's Roach Ravager, and Roach Ravager is always limited by how effective it can really be. The creep is incredible, typical Scarlet game, just incredible creep spread, way beyond what you'd expect. As we have ourselves a little bit of aggro coming about, and we have this push starting up. I mean, a couple of force fields coming down. Bile's not available to break those force fields down. I don't know if Scarlet really cares about them that much. I don't know how effective they've really been at doing much of anything. I think Nice has got a serious numbers issue right now, and this is not looking pretty as we just have this Roach Ravager force running through. The Immortal's going to get jumped on. Sentry's getting grabbed as well. Yeah, this is really not looking ideal, to say the least right here. It's just going to be seeing a couple extra Zealots going down, so we're warping in Zealots as we go. Again, it could be a lot prettier as we just have the Roach Ravager trying to get back across. The Roach is going to go onto the Nexus there. Again, Immortal's still dying, and we do have, I think, just enough Roach Ravager at this stage. When there's only like 2 Immortals up, they're just so exposed. These Oracles are about to be out of energy as well. It's about to be a 3rd Immortal. We're going to get another Sentry or 2 warped in. Those force fields don't really stop anything. Like, the idea is there of just trying to zone this out a little bit, but the reality of how well this is going for you, or how much it's going to achieve, is just not going to be all that great. So, not ideal at the end of the day. And this Roach Ravager force continues to just stack up the damage. Couple more Sentries available now. Scarlet's still double army supply here, so it's kind of kept that kind of 2-to-1 army supply ratio. If the ratio stays the same, then I think you can generally assume that things have been going well as well, right? It's when that ratio gets closer together, that's when you can be like, ooh, is the Protoss making the defense here? That's really just not the case on this one. We don't dive the Immortals. We do respect the Zealot warping and kind of fight those Zealots as they're warping in. But yeah, the ratio's getting worse, as I mentioned. It's getting worse and worse, actually, for Nice. He's almost down 1 unit, or 1 supply to 3 supplies. Scarlet, now he is. So Scarlet looking great. And now this time, I think we will actually just keep on going towards those Immortals. Or we pull back towards the 3rd. I mean, I don't hate it if the Immortals get toward the natural and you turn around away from them then. You know, whatever. And pulling back. A couple of oracles still overhead, still chasing down. That Bane speed coming up, +2 missiles going to be a part of this as well. So again, just a little bits and pieces coming through for the moment. Oracle still activating. Going after those Ravages. Melee upgrade coming by. Baneling speed coming up. Hatch gas being built as well. The rest of these units still gathering. The top left-hand side, the Drop Lords, or the Overlords, sorry, settled in the center also, just for now. Kind of wild that we still have a third base alive after all of this, to be honest. Scarlet on her way to Bane speed, +1 melee upgrade. I still think she's in a fantastic position. She killed a lot of workers. This third base is covered in creep, which is never exactly a great sign. The map is covered in creep in general, to be honest. And you have the couple oracles just flying about. We'll see if they can kind of add anything into play here at any point soon. As yeah, honestly, the weirdest part of me is I felt like Scarlet was just going to be a bit more kind of like rampant and just kind of being like, haha, I have killed you. But not quite the case in the end. Time for those couple oracles activating. Roach Ravager taking a few more shots. The Zelda Mortal Sentry back along to the left-hand side. Roach Ravager coming through. Going to step up. Couple of probes going down. I mean, this is just Scarlet now maxed out. I mean, she has Bane speed, she has melee upgrade coming in. She doesn't have any of those just yet. She doesn't really need them, I don't think. If she fights here, she can replenish with Lings. In fact, she's going to add on 16 more drones. So she's going to trade here and essentially improve her game state. The problem is for Nice is that a lot of this army as well is just sentries that are now running out of energy. So as these force fields have slowed down the attack, the sentries don't provide any use beyond this. And so much of this army is just purely sentries, which is obviously really less than ideal. Couple more Crows of Battles. There goes that pylon. The Queen taking a few more shots. The first sentry going down. The other sentry's getting turned away. The Immortal still firing up onto the Queen, and a little bit more damage being done there. The Warp Gate will take a few more shots. The Ravagers will come and get a few more Crows of Battles dropped into place. You can see here the Prism on the bottom side is taking a bunch of damage. Hasn't really been much reason to look back home at Scarlet's side of the map, to be honest, and I think that's still very much so a true statement. She does not have much going on back on the other side that is kind of a negative factor, so yeah, not much to really look at back over here. You just see the Oracles coming through, a couple more drones going down again. The Ravagers, the Queen gathering up in the center of the map, the Immortal Sentry up at the top, couple more Immortals coming through from Nice. Queen just shooting, Oracle taking damage. Again, the Hive on the way. 61 Banelings. Ooh! Oh, nice. Not even going to give us the Baneling fight, huh? Buddy. What did we do to not even deserve the Banelings, huh? Oh, yeah. Unbelievable. GG's. What a fun opening matchup. Alrighty guys, we're gonna get rolling into another matchup. I guess we're gonna follow Scarlet in versus Scarlet versus ByuN isn't ready. Because ByuN's not ready. We can maybe wait a little bit. Let's give it a couple minutes and see what comes about. uThermal, Scarlet, and Geralt all waiting for opponents in the second round. ByuN GgMachine's already started, yeah, that's the current issue. So, hey, Squire CD, thank you so much for subbing up. Appreciate the support, and welcome to the tree. What kind of a person are you? Are you like a... Do you reckon you belong in like Squirtle City? The Bulbasaur Hub? Dittoville? I don't know why. I feel like Dittoville needs some more residents. You can be a proud member of Dittoville. Beautiful. And then, with the donation, we get the star off the top of the tree, guys. For significant donations to the WardiTV 2025 Championship prize pool, you get your name added to the star on the tree. So EK Eric will be our second name on the star. Beautiful. EK Eric, welcome to the star. Hello, webcam. Just focus on the star, please. There you go. Boom! Amazing. You feel honored. Beautiful. You can take pride of place up top. And at the end of the month, we'll see all the people that helped make the 2025 championship even better. Beautiful. Nico Yakov. I think that's already well underway. They've been playing for like 45 minutes, or they should have been already, so... Thanks so much for the love, guys. Appreciate the support, and thank you as well, especially the donations. 300 out of 4,000. Now, I appreciate that's a lot. I don't actually think we're going to double the prize pool, but we can certainly try. You don't get anywhere without at least a little bit of enthusiasm, you know? You don't get anywhere without a bit of enthusiasm. I'm not sure what our next match is going to be then, guys. Not sure what we're going to try dive into. I don't know what we're going to jump into just yet, guys. Like I said, a lot of matches on the way. I don't really want to jump into like a midway match unless it's the midway match that's going to lead us to our next matchup. So yeah, that was a fun match between Scarlett and Nice, though. I enjoyed that. Well, that was very, very fun. Rex Young again. The problem with all these matches is that they started like 45 minutes ago. So they just took a little bit of they're already like a lot of the way through. So yeah. Creator did beat out Jumi 2-1, so Creator Geralt's going to be a bottom side quarterfinal. I kind of want to watch Scarlet ByuN, and if GgMachine beats ByuN, then I'm very happy to watch GgMachine off the upset take on Scarlet, because I think that's fun. Anything with Led Alex? Nightmare's been playing great lately. I think that's going to be a difficult request. Yeah, Scarlet ByuN I think would be fun, because Scarlet beat ByuN as well in Canada, right? So, yeah. How long is the ByuN GgMachine game? Apparently they've only been in game for 4 minutes. Haven't we been out of game for more than 4 minutes? I apparently just missed them going back in game. My apologies. My apologies. Do. Wardy, have I ever heard of a player named Harstom as a friendly guy? Yeah, I think he's one of those guys that you can play when you need to feel good about yourself. And he gives you like, play the game and feels good, you know? No. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. That's been a bit of a morning. I haven't even, you know, I haven't even told you guys about my morning, but today was a great day because Helen actually had to get up really early today. And so because Helen had to get up really early, it was one of the very few days that she got up before Ellie wakes me up. So today was like the day I finally just got to sleep for a while, you know? So I was like, man, this is amazing. Like, I'm just gonna get to sleep. Usually, like, the problem is usually even if Helen gets up for work, Ellie gets me up before that. But today, Helen had to be up specifically early, so I was like, this is brilliant. So I didn't even go to bed late because I was tired last night. I was like, you know, I don't have to wake up tomorrow. Anyways, next thing I know, bam! What time is it? It's heckin' early. And Helen's like, hi. I turned the light on, and there was like a little, and there was like a, and it was like, what did she say there was? A crackle and a flicker, and it smelled of burning. And I was like, oh. I was like, that's great. And she's like, so I need you to go turn all the lights off and find someone to fix it. I was like, oh, lovely. I love doing that on the morning I was going to have off. So I ended up getting up freaking early. It's been a morning because I then did like all of the admin work in the world because I was like waiting for someone to show up and it was dark and I couldn't turn the lights on. So I was just sat here in the dark working for like 3 hours. And then I was convinced they were going to show up like as the stream started. I was like, I'm going to start this stream and he's going to show up immediately. I was like, this is insane. They actually showed up like an hour before the stream, so I was like, nice. That part actually worked out well. So, yeah, it was meant to be a very nice chill morning, and instead I just worked and waited to give a guy a load of money for changing a light switch. Which, honestly, I think I probably could have done. But hey, I guess there is money in knowing that you're not going to electrocute yourself, so... Definitely a benefit, as ByuN is out of game, by the way. Is he going back in-game, is the question. You changed your own light switch, it cost $8.50. How much did I pay? You don't want to know how much I paid. Look, I didn't know that all I had to do was change the light switch. Because I didn't, like my information here was there was a crackle, it flickered, and it smelled of burning. That sounds really bad, you know? So I didn't know I just had to change the light switch, so I thought we thought it'd be good to actually get someone pretty simple to just kind of make sure that the house isn't going to burn down or something. Turns out all that needed doing, like, that's the thing, like, if you say it was just changing the light switch, Google video, bam, power off, do some swatting, probably could have done it. Real talk, probably better just to pay for someone, even if it was freaking expensive, so, yeah, if you know what, if you guys want to sponsor today's light switch change, feel free to subscribe. Anyways, it's 1-0 here in this series. Its first game was about 5 minutes long, so not a long one, sorry, pretty quick one to start us off. As in the bottom right, it is going to be our green Zerg player, GgMachine. In the top left, our blue Terran is going to be from the Shopify Rebellion. This is ByuN. Alright, so ByuN nabbing a 1-0 lead in this BO3, heading into Winter Madness for game number 2. Would have turned into a barbecue wardy. It wouldn't have been pretty, I know that much. I don't know, man, like, I can turn the power off. But, like, yeah. You know what it is with our house as well, is that the people that lived here before us really loved DIY, right? And so the problem with our house is nothing is simple. Every time we get someone to come look at something in our house, they're like, they kind of look at us and they're like, I have no idea how to explain what they've done, because what they've done makes no sense. Because they were clearly DIY fanatics. But they clearly kind of lived by their own rules of DIY and just kind of did their own thing and didn't really follow the process. Which is, you know, great. Great when you're the person who have to deal with the aftermath of all of this. So, for today's example of this, and this is why I don't want to mess around with the house, the guy shows up to change the light switch, essentially, right? And he looks and he's like, he takes the back off and he's like, huh. He's like, did you used to have another switch in here? I was like, nope. And he's like, that's so weird. He's like, they have it wired to be double switched. And I was like, uh-huh. And he's like, So there must be another switch somewhere. I'm like, oh, there's not. And he's like, no, there is. So he then proceeds to look around the entirety of the room, the downstairs, and just the surrounding area. He's like, you're right, there is not a second switch. He's like, I have no idea what they did. I'm like, yeah, well, when we should, rip this room out, there's actually a bunch of wires that were just hanging around all the walls. We have no idea what they do. And he looks around the walls. He has this look in his face. He's like, some crazy person did some shit in this place, And I'm just like, this is why I don't want to do anything myself, because I'd rather just someone else come and deal with the nonsense, because nothing's going to be simple in this house. Everything's fucked up by the people that lived here before us, who decided that they were the DIY experts, but only if they DIY'd by their own rules, So yeah, that was it's a fun house to live in. It's a fun house to live in, especially because it's always fun just to hear everyone being like, yeah, no, this is another reason that just makes no sense at all. Anyways, following a Reaper around, taking a couple moments here early, banishing a couple of Hellions on the way as well. Thank you so much for the donation as well. Sorry, I read your name, was about to say your name, and then your name left my head before I actually said it out loud. Give me a second, get my dashboard open. Verizon501, thank you so much for the 15-pound donation for the light switch. And thank you so much. Your light switch contribution will go towards some StarCraft too, I promise you. It's going to be seeing that Banshee on the way, the Marine is coming up, Barracks on the way by, so a little bit of Hellion Banshee coming over, the Stim Pack is a building, so we get a lot of this on the way through early, with everything kind of looking as you'd expect it to. GgMachine's making a bunch of Lings, Bane Nest on the way. I do kind of expect GgMachine to probably try and be a bit of an aggressive player and trying to, do some aggressive things to catch ByuN off a bit, because I feel like he probably needs to kind of beat ByuN. But obviously that's going to become more and more difficult as a bunch of Hellions enter your natural, kill 10 drones, and the next thing you know, you're fried into oblivion, and you're probably heading out of this series, because losing 12 drones before the 5-minute mark to ByuN is really not the kind of starting point you want to be when you're going to be the underdog. Sorry, then the Banshee comes in and gets a couple more as well, so it's on his camera. He didn't want to look at the Banshee either. So we get ourselves a couple more drones too, and already ByuN is pulling away from this one. If he 2-0s here, his opponent will be Scarlet in the next round, so that's probably what we're going to follow into as well, just in case you're wondering what we're going to cast today. As we do see those Zerglings running out down the bottom. And obviously we'll try and keep a bit of map control here, there, and everywhere. 1-1 upgrade, Stim Pack building through the factory. Departs from the reactor to get a tech lab on the go. Makes way for the barracks. We get a couple new barracks started up as well, so 4th and 5th racks. ByuN continuing step by step on his macro guide, which is very typical, and the double Banshee. Going to find the incoming 4th base on the right side. There are going to be Queens that show up to deal with this. Those Banshees are cloakless, so they can't just cloak up against these Queens. They're actually going to stand and fight for the cancel, and they will get it. And that's not even a cancel, that is a kill, so bye-bye 275 minerals and a drone. For no real purpose, that could have absolutely been saved. Lings across the map will not do much, they go down as well. And to kind of just summarize this first game that we're seeing, at least of this, obviously this game 2 of the series, ByuN leads 1-0, but it's just not been pretty for GgMachine. Pretty much all the little things that can absolutely go wrong have very much so been going wrong. Looking pretty wrong indeed. So yeah, things not exactly great right now, as we just have, an attempt to get in towards another hatch or so here, so try and get that up and rolling for the next few moments as well. Hatch coming through on that bottom left-hand side, this right side as well, double expanding. GgMachine obviously at this point probably, at this point GgMachine probably going to have to go and hit as much as possible and just try and be greedy and try and cut a couple of corners. You got to get back in this game. Worker count from GgMachine is fine, by the way. It's the army count that's the issue. The problem is how do you cut corners to get back in a game when ByuN's already set up with an economy and an army? Like, at this point, we're kind of beyond the kind of cutting corners part of the game. At this point, cutting corners gets you killed, and it's like ByuN's on his way over to come and kill you, so it's going to be rough. How many Lings on the map currently? None. Not a single one. Okay, if he finds a defense against this, then the fact that he didn't build any units until this point is probably enough of a corner cut to at least give him a shot. Like, he has replenished so many drones, but that's the thing, because he's gotten the economy back to a reasonable position, then, yeah. Get this economy back to a reasonable position, then you just didn't have an army to kind of hold on against the attack. ByuN didn't slip on his macro, has 1-1 to 0-0 here as well. And I think this point is just going to be, okay, the baneling's finished. It's going to make it so you actually, okay, you have to pull back a second or two. You're going to have to abandon the tanks as well. A better moment from GgMachine. ByuN just going to reinforce, though. I think ByuN was just running and then kind of wanted to just turn onto those Banes, but never found the moment to do so. More Marines, more medevacs coming around. A few Marines on that right side stepping up as well. A couple of quick teams going down. The hatchery in the front taking some more damage. The Banes going down. The Lings still running through. The Queen goes down again. The few Marines still collecting together. The Lings trying to run in toward the rest of this army. The Marines continue to fight. I mean, at this point, ByuN, even if you let the Baneling connect, which he does, he's just so significantly far ahead. Like, he's double army supply. Hydras are spawning. They're going to insta-die. I almost feel like you couldn't go Hydras here. I actually think maybe just trying to build more Ling Bane, but he's just trying to build a more regular army in a game which is pretty doomed. GG, he says. And ByuN will advance on through to play Scarlet in the next round. Wardy, if the tourney reaches the 10k prize pool, do you think Sarah will join? Probably. I mean, the thing is, guys, that the 10k prize pool is not going to be reached before we do invites, so yeah, I don't think, I'm not completely convinced. And first of all, before I forget, thank you so much, Drago Blue, for checking out Star Trek. I'll talk about that a bit more later. But thank you so much for doing it. It does help the stream. Yeah, the reality is that obviously it's last qualified tomorrow. Invites will be done. Tournament starts this weekend. The reality is that the prize pool is not going to increase to the point of attracting different players, I suppose. The whole point of trying to raise the prize pool at this stage really just is an act of, like, trying to just say thank you to a lot of the players who've been playing WardiTV tournaments all year long. Obviously, especially, you know, a lot of these guys qualify directly in because they, you know, came top 2 in WardiTV events and so on and so forth. So, yeah, I will be completely transparent and say I would not expect anyone outside of the usual set of players, which, to be fair, pretty much everyone plays in these tournaments apart from Cyril and Maru. So, yeah, I would say don't expect anyone that doesn't usually play in Wardy tournaments. The prize pool raising is really just trying to be a nice gesture towards the players. Because I would have liked to have put this tournament on just at a higher prize pool anyway. It's just not been a great year in terms of money. It's not been a great year in terms of some bits and pieces here and there, so... In the top right-hand side, we're going to start this series off with the red Zerg. In the upper right corner, it's going to be Scarlet. As in the bottom left, our blue Terran is ByuN. This is a very fast Vito. Yes, you're not wrong. Not wrong. Thank you, Master Bomb 44 for the 68-month resub on the Prime. Am I crazy, or have you recently name changed? Because I swear down, this is either where I sound like a dick or something possibly, but I'm like, I swear down, I've not read the name Master Bomb 44 for 68 months, but this is where you're like, no, I've been called this since the first day, Wardy, and apparently I've just never remembered your name over 5 plus years, 5.5 years of support. So this is one of those scary moments where it's like, I feel like that's a name change. I'm trying to figure out who you are, but this could go very wrong if I'm not correct and I look like a complete D-bag. Yeah, we'll get you up on the tree after this game as well, and I will also add our other donation to the donation star. The donation star. Love it. Alright, game 1, Scarlet ByuN. Kicking this off, getting this going. Figuring out what we want to you here on Old Republic. You have to try fixing nicknames so even Wardy gets it right. Whoa, Brody, I've learned your nickname now. Never again. I swear. I figured it out at this stage. What is it? Well, it doesn't have a second E. It's just Kipster. It's spelt wrong, which is very unfair as a streamer who relies on reading the names to just forget that the guy has, you know. Ay. I'm determined not to be called out a second time, lady. Ay. Again, yeah. Mate, I don't know about you, Roddy, but I keep finding this every time I try and do shoutouts lately. But like, I swear Twitch names are getting harder and harder to read. Like, I feel like I used to be really good at just kind of, you know, reading people's Twitch names and being like, at least giving it a good shot, you know? And nowadays, I feel like half the Twitch names I read out, I'm like, my brain can't process, like, is this getting old? It's rough, man. I feel like Twitch names have just evolved somehow. Or my brain's just giving up on them. Just getting old. Yeah, it does feel like it. Struggles mutual. It's good to know. Got drones moving about. We get ourselves the couple Hellions on the way here early. When Scarlett knocked ByuN down over in Canada for the Stellarfest, it was a couple of cheesy builds, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't see the full series, but I did see some Roach Ravager aggression knocking the way through when I think I looked back. I can't remember if it was both games, but definitely one of the games it was very aggressive, which is very typical for Scarlett, especially in a matchup where she's probably a little bit of the underdog, which is very fair to say. ByuN is still playing at a tip-top level. You guys know I was looking at some stats for WardiTV 2025 invites this week, and ByuN is the only player to have top 8'd in every single WardiTV major event this year, which is crazy because he did that even on the tournament that was played exclusively on the European server. Which I thought was particularly impressive. So yeah, and that's such, to me, that's such what ByuN is, right? It's like, it always feels like he's got the potential to take down anyone, but stringing together enough for that big win doesn't frequently happen. So like, top 8 frequently is, I kind of just nod my head and like, yeah, that makes sense. I still think top 8 every time was kind of a stat I wasn't expecting to see, to be honest. So yeah, I thought it was a really cool little stat. Just, I mean, we know ByuN plays in everything. Like I say, he even played in the freaking European League where he had to play a European server at 1 o'clock to 4 a.m. in the morning. But he still managed to top 8 there, you know? In fact, he was top 4 there. Like, come on, man. Dude's crazy good. Obviously, European server's a bit more accessible for Korean players now, but it's still impressive when you play with that ping against 0 ping Europeans, you know? There's a lot of drones dead from Scarlet, but she's rebounding quickly at least. The issue again is, it's same as that last game we saw with ByuN GgMachine. If you lose a certain amount of workers, there is a point where you just lose enough workers that this becomes a big issue. Moving on from that stage, there's going to become question marks as to how, you know, what happens next. And if you have to replenish so many workers that you just can't have an army up when ByuN pushes, that's when the issue is going to come around. Right now, Scarlett trying to get double Evo Chamber up, trying to get her lair on the way, so she's making a lot of progress tech-wise in this game, and now trying to replenish those drones as well. I am afraid. As these medevacs pop, ByuN's going to be close to 1-1, close to the combat shield, ready to get across the map with a bunch of units super early on. And as we get across the map with a bunch of those units early, I just can't help but feel that Scarlett is going to run into a bit of a brick wall on the defense because, like I say, she's going melee upgrades as the priority in this game. The Bane Nest is on the way. That means Bane speed is 2+ minutes away still. And ByuN is coming. Like, ByuN is moving out right now. The medevacs, the Marines, just wandering across. And this really does just have the chance to get ugly. There's a reason I have a negative tone going on, because I'm not sure Scarlett's going to be okay. Supply blocked as she loses the first Overlord as well. That's obviously going to be a Queen Ling defense. Combat shield finishes up. The Marines step back. Get rid of another creep tumor there. We start a fight. Another Overlord goes down as well. First few Zerglings going down. It is really important that these Queens pull their weight in this fight, because without those Queens, we really just do not have enough full stop. We got a couple of them right there. The rest of them did pull away, but ByuN now taking a supply lead, has knocked down so much of the creep spread. finds this hatchery on the top side. Scarlet with, again, just a handful of lings out, trying to drone still, which, I mean, to be fair, she's doing, I think, the right idea of a thing, which is that she's trying to be greedy. She's, like, she knows she's not okay in the short term, so she's trying to be a little bit greedy to give her that chance, to give her that opportunity. But ByuN just has too much. So I like Scarlet's idea. Like, it might feel like, why is she building drone? She's dying. But I think trying to drone there is kind of like the, well, if he backs off with this drop, at least then I'll have a chance. Which I think is particularly important, to be honest. Thank you so much. Master Bomb 44. Yesterday, this thing focused real fast. Welcome to the tree. I feel like Master Bomb, you are going to join the Gengar village over here. If I can get you on the branch. Nailed it. Beautiful. And I need the donation star. Need the donation star for Bryson 501. Thank you so much for the 15. I appreciate you so much. Welcome to the donation star. I'm just saying, guys, it is the best time to get on the donation star because, as you can see, there's plenty of real estate right now. At some point, there's going to be a real battle to get on that star. Well, unless the stream does terribly for the next one. But in theory. In theory. Yo, what's up, Auntie? Thank you so much for the 2-month resub on the Prime as well. Get you on the tree after this game as we kick off into game number 2 of this B03. In the bottom right-hand side, the red Zerg player is going to be Scarlet. Up against the blue Terran, taking that 1-0 lead. The drone kills early, I think, were just a little bit too much for us to really get away with. It is going to be ByuN in the top left-hand side. Unable to be up 1-0. Looking to see what ByuN can do in this game too. Gas and pool, and it is going to be a cheeky little command center first from ByuN. Not just CC first, but he's going to go CC first into gas, into barracks. So barracks as late as it could pretty much be here at the start of this one. By the way, Wardy, why no Wardy point system this year? That's a great question. There was meant to be, and then what happened was I got to like a couple of months ago and I was like, hey, I wonder what the Wardy points are looking like. And it turns out I didn't put any Wardy points on any of the events we'd had so far. So, yeah. I probably should have just applied some Wardy points to like everything that we did this year, but I clearly just messed up. In my head, I had done it, and then I had not. So yeah, the way that the championship's going to work out probably wouldn't have made too much of a difference anyway, though. Because in the end, we just did top 2 of each event get seeded in to the seeding matches, so it would have been pretty minimal, the difference overall, though we could have saved a few people from playing qualifiers, perhaps. Yeah, maybe next year we bring it back. I actually do like the point system. I think it's neat. I think it's fun. I think it's one of those fun little things. Yo, what's up, Sinister? Thank you so much for the £4. C2. I love it. Did you donate just now just so I had to go get the donation star down again? I'm gonna get my stretches in getting that star off the top of the tree every time, I swear. You know, it wouldn't be so bad if I didn't have the headset on, but because the headset's on, I have to do this weird stretch over because the headset doesn't let me walk far enough. But yeah, if we do a WardiTV 2026 like circuity thing, then yeah, we'll probably be doing points again. When does uThermal play? uThermal's already playing. I'm not sure if we're going to end up catching any of his games. He's currently playing against Ryung, so it kind of depends if he beats Ryung or not. So he's already in game on that section of the bracket. Partially yes, but also now while there's still real estate on the star. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, I don't know what we're going to do next year, guys. I don't know whether we're going to try and do another... I say circuit, I don't mean circuit, but like, I don't know if we're going to try and collect our events together. I don't know what the plan is. I kind of like the idea of the 2025 series this year, but if I'm going to be honest, I do think it missed the mark a little bit. I think it's just been kind of tough because of, like I say, this year's been a bit weird with, you know, a lot of like viewership changes and a lot of available kind of money to give out changes and stuff like that. And as such, I kind of feel as though... Yeah, I feel as though like our championship doesn't quite feel like anything other than just another Wardi event, so... I don't know what I want to do about that for next year. I don't know if we're going to try and change it up, or maybe I'd take a different approach. I really thought trying to consolidate everything as well this year would be really cool, and a lot of people would get behind the story of it, but I also think that kind of missed the point as well. Didn't kind of hit the mark, missed the mark. There we go. I was like, why am I saying park? Park? No, missed the mark. There we go. So yeah, I do feel like this year kind of missed the mark a little bit on what I wanted to achieve, and yeah, it's been a weird year. Because obviously I really thought that when we did the initial crowdfunding for 2025, the whole 2025 series, it would go very well. And the reality is it flopped, which is why we are doing the donations right now for the end of year championship as well. But yeah, it's just not been a good year crowdfunding. It's not been a good year. I think my main lesson learned is that if we try and do a proper crowdfunding, it has to truly be for something that's unique and very to the point of what it is. Whereas what I did this year was like, hey, crowdfund the 2025 series of events, and everyone was like, no, they're gonna happen anyway. So yeah, there's definitely some looking back to be done, reassessing, figuring out what might be good, what might be worth crowdfunding for or not. Like I say, I think if I crowdfund next year, my dream goal, if I crowdfund next year for something, would be to run WardiLAN. Like if we actually did like the live offline WardiTV tournament. Otherwise, yeah. Otherwise, I don't think. Otherwise, I don't think I'd do a direct crowdfunding campaign. So I think unless we do WardiLAN, I don't think there's going to be any crowdfunding next year. Like obviously, we'll still do the. You guys can support the stream, and I kind of like the donations going towards this prize pool stuff. But in terms of like actually setting up a crowdfunder, then I think the only thing we'd do that for next year would be a WardiLAN. So, but that's if I do WardiLAN. I'm very scared about doing that as well, because like I said, the crowd... Okay, I want to preface this by saying this is not bait, this is not like, you know, guilt trip or anything, this is just transparency. The reality is that like, funds are not great still, and convincing people to support stuff has not been something I've succeeded in at all recently. And as such, the concept of trying to raise enough money to put on a live event is terrifying, because I feel like it's going to go terribly wrong. I feel like it's going to, like, I feel like in the past I had all the confidence that if I tried to crowdfund for something, it would always go pretty well. Cast a Civil War, for example, etc., and some other things we've done in the past. I don't have that same level of belief anymore, because the StarCraft 2 community and scene is just changing a lot. So as such, I'm very afraid of being like, hey guys, we need X amount of money to run a live event, and then everyone's like, no, and then it just feels like a complete waste, and I should just stick to doing what we do, you know? So, yeah, but if we do crowdfund next year before WardiLAN, for sure. I think that's the only thing that I want. Otherwise, I think we'll just continue to run Wardi events as Wardi events are, and just do ad revenue and sponsors for them. Few Marine's gonna get down, hit this hatchery. Going to take a few shots of damage. Concussive shells building up. A few Zerglings moving about. Infestation Pit on the way, Banelings and Hydras on the way through, Groove Spines, +1 missiles, and the +2 Carapace coming up as well. Couple queens to get to the center and will be replenishing creep, which is one of the things that's going very well for Scarlet. Overall in this game, resources lost is favorable to ByuN. Scarlet is on a massive drone count, so she's been able to kind of recuperate from the damage that she's taken. She has held on overall. The upgrades are going to be ahead from ByuN 2-2 finishing as more upgrades continue to come around. And just have a few Marines stemming out down to the bottom. A couple creep teamers going down immediately, so a lot of creep being cleared out on that left-hand side. Hydra Bane going to go back around over to the right. The hatchery there is super low, so it's definitely a target that ByuN would like to get to, but for now gets pushed away from it. These Widow Mines are massive. I mean, I do think the Widow Mines have the potential to get so much done. Scarlet, by the way, still chased on that upper right-hand side. She's going to run in over here. What do the mines do? Honestly, not much. Firing off on some units that were basically already dead. ByuN's supply is absolutely plummeting off the cliff right now. And Scarlet, big income lead, lots of economy, lots of money, lots of rebuild potential, is doing everything that she could dream of right now to put herself into a better and better place. These Lings come running by. They're going to go running straight through as well. And they kind of run into a bit of a wall of defense. We get a few SCVs at the very least, so we get a bit more damage out of this. I think it's fair to say that Scarlet is absolutely looking amazing here in this game number 2. I don't really have any more to say than that. It is looking great right now. And absolutely fantastic. Let's see if we can keep it up. And she backs away a little, still has some units on the right side, trying to make sure nothing happens over there. Hydra Bane gathers up. A couple Infestors are ready to try and join in. A couple Widow Mines going off. Hydra stepping through. Fungal Growth drops down onto a few of the Marines. This army's still trying to push down to the bottom left. A couple Creep Teamers being cleaned out. Big attack on the top right. ByuN does not exactly have the supply to be splitting off defenses easily. Has got units at home still, just reinforcements that were ready to go. So that is going to be good enough for the moment, it would seem. There's the bottom left base, the gold. Getting denied, and enough medevacs here to play the retreat unless we lose those to the Hydras, which is always going to be a possibility, but doesn't seem to be happening here for the moment, at least. A few more SCVs going down as well. And yeah, +2 melee, +3 Carapace, Adrenal Glands coming about, 3-3 upgrades. And production on those engineering bays. The Hydra's still getting busy onto the couple of Marines. The medevac goes down as well. We pull back a little bit as the bio settles onto the watchtower once again. 22 more Banes coming up. Adrenal Gland still building through. Deciding the counterattack on that left side forward is going to be brilliant. It goes down instantly. Scarlet just needs to clean up this army over here. And army supply is getting into ByuN's favor, actually, so she's going to bring her units back from the top left as well. Take one fight all together right now as we come in from both sides of this. The Banelings get good connections, to be honest. It's going to be a fantastic connection. As you just see the rest of those Hydras continue to come through, getting onto those medevacs. Bottom left-hand side, a few Marines getting after that hatchery. That's a cancel as well. On the right-hand side, a couple of drones being picked away at as well. Zergling's still running through. The Baneling goes down. These medevacs are the annoyance at this point, but remember, ByuN lost a 4th base. He's having to rebuild that from scratch right here, so it's really not ideal at the end of the day. Like, that's really subpar from where you want to be. A little bit of bio will still step through. Just going to be having the couple units coming about, trying to get settled. We push around that right-hand side, see what we can do here. A little bit of bio still pushing up. A couple of Banes going down. The hatchery going to be low. The Baneling's still trying to reach those Marines. You see the Marines are not going to be able to get close enough to that hatchery, and this is going to be Scarlet once again chasing ByuN away. My concern for Scarlet is that ByuN is kind of getting back in this, but as long as ByuN doesn't have the 4th, I don't think it's so bad. Maybe Hydra's could have gotten a medevac there, could have been kind of nice. Doesn't quite happen. A couple of Banelings getting shot at. The Marauder's getting busy. Hydra's Gonna turn around. Broader gonna get picked off as well. A couple of medevacs get chased towards the upper left-hand side. I really do think Scarlett just has what she needs. She's obviously had the advantage for quite a while, just needed to make sure she played it out effectively and properly, and she has done so here for the 1-1 scoreline in the round of 8. Very exciting. Very exciting in Game 3 coming up in just a couple moments. Alright, first of all, let's get Auntie on the tree. I'll get you up first. Thank you also, Alpha Guy, gifting a sub to Carl GgMachine. Get you on the tree too in a moment. Where are we gonna go? Right, we fill the bottom a bit out. We need to get the bottom branches filled out, otherwise it looks very boring. Alright, and then, I need the star. Oh, nearly fell down. Right, it is. Someone was asking me something over there, but it looks like they're sorted. Sinister on the £4. Onto the donation star. Thank you for supporting the 2025 championship. Showing it just in case you don't believe I spelled your name correctly or something, I guess. Alpha Guy and Carl, I will get you guys on a combined decoration. Because I don't think you have one yet, right, Alpha Guy? I'll get you guys on a combined one for the gifted sub. Bottom left-hand side, we are going to have ourselves the red Zergy. It's going to be Scarlet. There's in the top right. It is going to be our blue Terran ByuN. It is 1-1. Qualifying matches are best of 3, guys. And they are played 1 by 1. So yes, it will be 1 by 1. Creator will play the winner of this series in a qualifying match. Yo, what's up, Chromior, for the Prime sub? Appreciate you. Thank you so very much. Hasn't shown up on anywhere apart from my dashboard. Yeah, there it is. Oh, laggy. Thank you so much for the Prime. Appreciate it. We'll get you on the tree after this game as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Tastelope, chilling on the map. Take a couple of moments. As barracks and the command center continue to come through. Indie's in this game as well, so you guys can actually get some indie cam instead of my freaking observing. What's going on? Why is it lag? I hate this lag sound that it makes. What's up, Scott? How you doing, mate? Thank you for the 75-month resub. Appreciate you big time, as per usual. Thank you so very much. We'll get you on the tree after this game. Let's put the indie camera on so you can watch this hatchery building instead of that overlord just chilling. Do you have a Christmas special planned this year? Absolutely. Christmas Day games 2025. Christmas Eve games coming up as well. Yeah, we are I'm already confirming players, so hoping to have like a full player list like later this week maybe. But yeah, it's gonna be the same kind of deal as usual. Couple of Hellions coming through, engineering bays as well. Very standard starting point here in a game 3. I'm impressed by Scarlet lately. I always felt like Scarlet's ZVT was one of those matches where she was good, but I've always felt, especially against the Korean Terrans, she oftentimes struggled. But hang on in there right now and taking this to a game 3. After the longer game as well, specifically, I think is just one. Volume's coming about. It's going to be having the one upgrades and that stim pack continue to come through. And a couple of barracks still building by. And the lair coming up. Overlords on the way. Hellions will come around the left side. I have a rich Vespian gas taken by Scarlet here on Celestial. What an intriguing third base. That's a horrible base to try and hold on to as the Zerg, but let's see if it works out. Lair on the way up. Roach is already building. Scarlet with a lot of supply here. What's the lair for? Gonna bring a drop lord or so? Is it just for a follow-up behind this attack? Obviously definitely looking to be aggressive right now. That forward hatchery obviously lets you spread creep forward a little bit more easily as well, which I imagine is part of the reason behind this. That Hellion's going to be super low. Took a shot off the queen that brings it extremely low. We will get the first Hellion as the Lings show up on the other side. This is actually interesting. Do you want to fight here with the Hellion down? This entire situation is interesting because we've gone very marine heavy quickly. That's going to be good against the Roaches, but it's not going to help much against the Lings. An Overseer coming about just in case there's a Cloak Banshee, I imagine, but there's none of that available at all. However, there is Stim, which is terrifying when you're playing against Stim with an attack like this. Let's see if that Stim pack is going to be enough to save ByuN here. Scarlet, if she knows it's Stim, would like to try and bait a Stim out early before she commits. ByuN starts to run, decide what you want to do. Orbital taking damage, giving up the natural, but we've got the in-base expand as well from ByuN, so Scarlet needs to do more than just pushing this base back. Hasn't even killed SCVs yet. We're about to have 1-1 as well. That's going to be terrifying. ByuN's army is about to be so good in terms of sheer firepower. First Hellion goes down. Here we go, committing. Those Marines are going to be on the +1 attack upgrade there. Crows of Vials landing towards the ramp. Doesn't connect on too much, but we get 10 SCVs. It's a good starting point from Scarlet, who definitely needed to find something in this game with this attack. Like, she is committed right now. Like, she is sending it. A couple of Vials up towards a couple of the depots. Some damage being done there. Those Vials landing. It's just getting onto the ramp is so difficult, especially with the Ravagers. Like, they can hit the Marines, but then, sorry, especially with the Zerglings, they need to get this around. The Ravagers can hit the Marines, but the Zerglings need to get us around to really be effective, and so playing the ramp is powerful. But then getting off the ramp as ByuN is kind of difficult because of the Ravagers that we're able to hit from afar. Now we run down this ramp. Now the Zerglings come in for a bit of a better surround. We are going to fight this. More medevac showing up. ByuN's army supply at 21. I had belief in his army because of the fact that obviously he had Stim Pack, he had the 1-1 upgrades. But that's becoming less right now, although Scarlet is maybe regretting being all the way up here. She does deny combat shield. She's going to deny a barracks as well. That Overseer providing the high ground vision. And she's still replenishing with more Roaches. She had the lair, remember, so she's going to use that to get the Roach speed going as a bonus to this as well. ByuN on his way to 2-2. The crazy thing about this is that this is not over until GG is seen, because those bio units are going to get way more effective. Like, they are getting to the point where they're going to be so efficient with 2-2 against 0-0 for some time here. I mean, we started with a Carapace upgrade from Scarlet, probably missiles shortly. She's done great, but she's also only 3 workers ahead. And she's now going to start droning, believing that she can, at the very least, hold this position a little bit. She actually loses the Overseer, so there goes high ground for the moment. Actually going to run up this ramp. The Roaches are a cool addition, because with the Roaches available, they're a little bit tankier than the Ravagers, so you can maybe actually step through a little bit and kind of actually tank some of that Marine damage a bit more easily. File down, reactor, creep spread on, well, just aplenty right now to try and push creep as far forward as possible. I think those Marines are going to be so scary soon. We do cancel those 2 creep tumors trying to come up at the front. We got the other active tumor there. Even getting the other tumors there as well. The more you clean out now, the better. The more that creep is going to recede, and the more quickly you're going to be able to retake your natural, more than likely. Scarlet is very close to connecting the creep up from both sides of the map. That is one of the benefits of having been as aggressive as she has been. And the Queen's coming across and spreading those tumors genuinely was an effective play, as we are having. This set of rocks going to get taken down, so opening up this pathway of attack for later just gives her more options if ByuN does end up taking this base. Scarlet can then attack up this rank and from that right side if she does want to attack onto that position. It's still very choked up. You know, both of those access points are choky, but you can see a couple of scans coming down. The Marines going in after the Overlord. Fire still gathering up. The Queen's going to hit onto this set of rocks right here. And again, the rest of the Roach Ravager link back around on the bottom side. Medevac still holding out. +1 missiles, +1 carapace coming through. Baneline speed coming up. Concussor shells and the +3 armor upgrade coming online also. Marines scan for a couple more creep tumors. On the left-hand side, there's Medevac. Just going to peel off over to the edge as well. The rest of the Bio Army shoving down to the bottom. Then Roach Ravager joined up. The Bio Army gathering. The Hellbats are going to be there. Playing out the creep over the right side. The rest of the Roach Ravager stepping up. Hatchery is in a little bit of trouble. Corrosive Valves coming down. We continue to push forward. It's going to be the Medevac just going to lift up and back away. I mean, say back away. They're going to dive further into the base. Queen's here, though. So they're in position. Perfect positioning to ensure that that is not going to be a drop potential. We are losing 8 drones, so ByuN is finding some damage out on this map. 2-2 upgrades done to the 1-1, so full set of upgrade lead right now. Infestation pick coming down, +2 carapace still coming through. Like I say, the upgrade's going to be important for Scarlett to try and stay as level as she can with. She's going to be behind to some extent. There's definitely some potential. Loses the Bane Nest, instantly has to rebuild that. Already did have Baneling speed at least. So just get the Bane Nest back up, and the ability to make Banes is available once more. Scarlett, only 64 drones, obviously. Again, this game was a little bit of a weird one where she was very committed early on. See the rest of that bio coming down to the bottom left, just going to be aiming for the Roaches. A couple of Ravagers morphing in. The bio on the left-hand side gathering together as well. A couple of Banes going to crash through. The Marine's going to go down. The rest of the bio force still joining up. Again, the Roach Ravager going to be there as well for the moment. Bio just gets in after that Queen. So the Queen will go down now. The few Zerglings are being bopped and dropped. You do see those beginning to fall. Marines will drop down. The bio going to get across there. This Overlord will fall as well. Just going to see that Overlord going down already. A 3-3 upgrade still coming through. Melee upgrade and +2 carapace coming online. ByuN desperately sticking in this game number 3. 4th base coming up on that top left-hand side. Additional barracks are going to go down right in the center. A big chunk of bio going to come out to the right side as well. A little bit of a push in the middle too. Roach Ravager Bane pulling back into the middle of the map, and Scarlet just holding on to this base. That Rich Vespine has got to be close to money now, surely. 250 gas left on that as the Baneling's very close right there. And we were like a Baneling away from all those Marines on the top side dying. As ByuN sits down 40 workers, down 30 army. Again, his position in this game is held heavily by the fact that he's got the very heavily by the fact that he's got the 3-3 upgrades, and the upgrades are just so good for him. The weird thing for ByuN is that he probably doesn't feel like he can afford to tech either. Fungal Growth could be massive! Hits everything here, and we can refungal if we need to! Ooh, we did refungal at some point. The Medevacs are caught in the fungal. We just dropped another one as well. That's a complete clean out on this army of ByuN. He gets cleaned up over there. And a little bit of Bane Ravager comes back around the left side. A couple of bio units lifting up, pulling away. Medevac lift also. More Banelings gathering to the top side. We do have ourselves a 4th command center morphing into position right now. Orbital command coming up. Playing Bane Ravager at the front. So these Banes want to turn onto that ramp, and the Marines is going down immediately. The SCVs on the left side will fall too. At this point, you can see the numbers are absolutely looking good for Scarlet, and she is going to get the closeout on this game after that aggressive start was good for her. GG's. And that is going to be Scarlet into a qualifying matchup to take on Creator. Crazy qualifying match on the other side, though, which is going to be uThermal. Sorry, one sec. It is going to be NicRoK uThermal. NicRoK beats Nightmare 2-1 and uThermal 2-0's ByuN. That's actually kind of a little bit of a bonkers result. I'm not going to lie. That really is a little bit bonkers. Crazy. Alright, let's get some stuff on the tree. I can't believe Nightmare lost to NicRoK. NicRoK's been doing so well lately. SCT2 Chromio. The Alpha Guy gift now to Carl GgMachine. Thank you so much for the generosity. Chess, I've got you coming up as well. I just already had these ones written out. Let's get you guys on the tree. Did they start the game? Is everyone here? Alright, I jumped out because I'm pretty sure other people want to be in this semi-final. Alrighty, sweet, just getting this rehosted, guys. Alright, I got Chess, SC2, and Hamper01 on the 94-month resubbed at the tree. Another pack of decorations done. I'll probably get you guys up after this game. I just need to write... All these ones need to be tied up as well, and the tying takes a moment, so... Star... There we go. 1 meter long King Kong Dong. Thank you so much for the resub. Let's do these ones next. The star on the tree is for donations. I don't have a command for it, but that is what the star is for. Sick. I need to go and buy more decorations too. That's there's a certain shop I go to. I'll be there later this week. Very exciting. Alright, I'll get you guys caught up on the tree soon, but for now, we are in game with our next bit of StarCraft, as we have got, in the bottom right-hand side, qualifying best of 3 between NicRoK, our red Terran, and uThermal, our blue Terran. One absolutely awesome qualifying matchup, and what a set of results to get us here. NicRoK defeating Creator, uThermal defeating ByuN. Love that for us. DJ Crispia on the 2-year resub as well on the Prime. Thank you so much. I do not know why it is lagging on the sounds. Apologies again. It really annoys me. But I cannot fix it. So I appreciate you guys listening through the sounds. Also, I appreciate you listening to me ripping apart paper so I can get into more decorations. The alert sounds like it's running out of battery. It's so weird. Like, it works perfectly fine until it doesn't, you know? Like, it works perfectly fine until it just lags, and then I just don't know why it does it. Like, I can't replicate it when I'm trying to figure out how to, like, test for it later on, like, off stream. Like, it works perfectly fine again. So I just don't know. I've been trying to fix it for a while now because it's been happening for a little bit, but yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Shenanigans upcoming. Genuinely intrigued to see what happens in this matchup. I actually think this is going to be fascinating to see what exactly we get up to right here. Let's have ourselves the Reaper coming out across down the bottom. Says, yo, Terranzoid, thank you so much for the €10 super chat on the YouTube as well. Appreciate you. Thank you very, very much indeed. Thank you, thank you. Zahelian comes through. Command Center coming about. Take a couple of moments here in the stages. I will get you added, Terranzoid, to the donation star. I'll get that €10 as well. Be added into the 2025 Championship donation pool as well. Alright, fun little opening. uThermal building that barracks right in the back, and then NicRoK misses the scout of it, so ends up kind of in a bit of a weird position. uThermal a little bit of a mind game early. That is truly the power of being that guy that will mix things up and will very happily kind of switch things around and so on, so gets your opponent to kind of second guess themselves a little bit. Always very fun. The Reaper Hellion will approach from NicRoK, heading to the natural of uThermal right now. CC just finishes in time. SCV does go down though. 3 Hellions and then 2 more Reapers from uThermal showing up, so he has got plenty to deal with this. And that will be a defense made for the moment. Cyclone and a couple of Marines coming about. Guys, give me 10 seconds. I'll leave bark. I'm just going to make sure nothing is happening. Be right back. No, what happened? What happened? I literally watched this part. Oh. Oh, and because he's not walled off, he just dies. Oh. Oh. Alright. Well, all of that because there's a big-ass fan outside and Ellie was barking at them. Sorry, guys. I felt like it was a fairly safe time to step away for a moment, but it was not, is the answer. Apologies for that, guys. My bad. Can't win them all. Can't win them all. Chess SC2, Hamper01. GJ Crispier and 1 meter long, King Kong Dong. Welcome to the tree. Look, I'm getting all sorts of different decorations up now. I'm gonna have to do a couple of you guys after because I forgot to tie the knot on the strings. But I promise you will go on the tree. I promise. We don't miss no tree givens over here. That was definitely a game. Who knew the lack of a wall off? I mean, would the wall off have saved uThermal? It would have maybe minimized what could have been done, because then at least the Hellions don't get in. You probably get another defensive unit out. But obviously building 3 Hellions also kind of cut into your kind of factory production as well, so you didn't have a Cyclone when NicRoK did have a Cyclone on the other side of the map. as well. Next year, nail gun. Well, you see what happened is that actually this year I decided to buy bauble hooks, so I didn't have to tie the knot on the decorations. And then a bunch of the decorations I had already had the strings through them, but not tied. So usually I have to like put the string through, then tie it. So I was like, screw it, I'm just going to hang them on bauble hooks, which saves me from tying the knots, which is usually some of the downtime I get. And then like, but then like, there were some of the ones I use and I already have the strings through. So then it feels like a waste not to use them. So that's the thing. Here, look, I'll put them up mid-game. What knot do I favor? I do the left over right and under, then right over left and under. Whatever, I don't know what the official name of that one is, but that one. That one. Again, thank you, Terranzoid, on the YouTube for the 10 super chat. Appreciate you cheering on uThermal. Hopefully that comes powering up in this next game for you. Hopefully, uThermal. Let's go, buddy. I believe. I believe. You try that one too, but you're bad at it. It's just, it's very finicky when it's small. It's even worse because I'm trying to tie these knots while also watching the game and the minimap, and like, you know, like I'm trying to like cast the game too, so like it really is a new layer of multitasking, you know? It's even more difficult when you try and do other things at the same time. Appreciate the viewership on YouTube, by the way. We had like 400 viewers just earlier, so appreciate you guys. Hope you're all feeling great. If you're on the YouTube, please hit a like button, hit the subscribe button. We've had great viewership on YouTube the last couple of days, and we have seen a little bit of an upswing in the subs again. So if you, like I say, if you're enjoying the stream on the YouTube, take a second, hit the subscribe button. It really does help us out. See us when we do more StarCraft in the future. We really appreciate it if you help us out on that one. Thank you so very much. On Twitch, when you want to support the YouTube, go over there, click the like and subscribe button too. If you're feeling bored, feeling frisky today, want to help us out a little bit, we appreciate it. Aliens on the defense from uThermal should be plenty. I mean, we are going to be lucky to get a single SCV here as NicRoK. I think he's going to get a second, just about. I thought he was actually lucky to get the one. He got the one pretty comfortably, but the second was... I actually think if he wasn't building the refinery, nothing would have gone down there, or the second one wouldn't have gone down, so... yeah. Any which way. Nice little pick-off. That's a little bit of Hellion play. We'll go across the map now from uThermal, remembering that NicRoK just gave up a bunch of units. Is going to be an important factor on that as well, so that's going to be something to think on. And hey, hi has Burrito. That's a 4-year resub. Thank you so much. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Tree coming up for you after this game. Is NicRoK good? NicRoK's been getting better and better. But this is, if he wins this, if he qualifies today, that's an amazing result. Like, his run is impressive, straight up. So he's been getting results where you're like, oh damn, NicRoK, you know. But like for him to actually like just straight up, if he comes through and beats the guys he's beaten so far, and if he beats uThermal to qualify after beating Nightmare, and Nightmare especially, Nightmare's been amazing lately. Nightmare just trashed ByuN in the Korean Royale the other day as well, like. I mean, we're starting to get some kind of to the point of talking about some crazy results here, basically. So yeah, no, it's NicRoK's good, but like he's being surprisingly good right now. I think it's fair to say. It's nice to see. Raven coming up, Interference Matrix on the way out as we get settled for a couple of moments here. So we just get set down, take a couple. Figure out what we're going to do and how we're going to go about it all. Let's just have our Raven coming up. A couple of Marines in the tank coming by. The Marines there want to try and get in after the Reaper as well. So just going to try and go for that. But the Cyclone gets across. Reaper goes down. That's going to be an insta-kill. Nice, easy grab for now. Viking on the way up, tank on the way, Marine building through. Aliens will go in after those SCVs in the Marines, so again, finding some damage there. The Viking tank, Marine stim, all building out. The Marine tank heading down to the bottom right. The Ravens are going to gather up together as well, so here's a big proper push from NicRoK at this stage. Down a bit in army supply, though, as he gets to the other side. uThermal actually has 4 Ravens and 3 Vikings. I don't think I like this for NicRoK, especially because uThermal could out-turret him. And that's exactly what he goes for. Turret's going down the back. uThermal stops to siege the tank. You can see the turrets of NicRoK just getting taken down so quickly. And now his Raven's being chased as well. That's obviously not a good sign, because those Ravens are going to get stuck. I love the scan from uThermal, by the way. He says, hey, if I'm going to chase these units away to the upper right, I want to make sure you're not going to try and take advantage of me being out of position. So he scans to ensure that army is not going to come towards him. So if you saw the scan on the minimap, that's exactly why he was making that scan. As we are going to lose a Viking here to the Cyclone, maybe even both of them, but hey, you got rid of all the Ravens, so that's so much utility just gone from NicRoK already. uThermal still building 3 Vikings at a time, so committed to multiple starports. Part of the reason why this is looking as scary as it is in this current moment. Gonna drop some more order turrets here. uThermal looking to just break through right now. Really looking to get aggressive and just push on by. So, trying to make something of this here for the next couple moments. Just coming straight over. The Vikings do get a cleanup, though. And uThermal gets pushed back, held back. Still nice to be kind of out here and threatening, but yeah, kind of expecting this to get even better sometime soon. I mean, we've got a couple of Vikings on the way, tank and the Marines coming about. A couple of barracks coming through on the side of NicRoK as well. Again, just got those scans continuing down. Viking, Raven, Siege Tank pulling back over to the sides once more. Couple shots coming out. Vikings already taking some damage. Order turret is going to be good there as well. 2 more shots continue to come straight on through. Can NicRoK truly push uThermal back? I mean, right now does not seem to be quite the case. Feels as though uThermal is able to hold a good enough position right here. Tank still firing up, getting some more shots off. The SCVs will begin to fall as they try and run into this position. We do start to get a bit of a cleanup. We push away to that left-hand side, clearing out and pushing back over in that direction. 1-1 upgrades and combat shield all building from NicRoK as well. The Banshee and a couple of Vikings also on the way up. Just for the moment. Couple tank siege, Marines gather up together. This is going to be us kind of in a nice position from uThermal, but not so far gone that this game is done for NicRoK or anything of that sort. So plenty to play for here currently. Still got the 1-1 upgrades coming through. NicRoK will finish up with those in a couple moments. Infernal Igniter on the way. uThermal building into the mech is unsurprising when he's already on double starport early. So more mech from uThermal. And that's, I think, my biggest issue is that if this was kind of a mirrored composition, I would hate it so much less here for... if this was a mirrored composition, I'd hate it so much less for NicRoK. But it being Bio versus mech, I mean, I personally find playing against mech frustrating at the best times. But when you're behind and you have to play against mech, it's even worse. Because then you're playing against mech in a scenario... and you're just like, well, I mean, you're meant to be the player that gets on the map, that takes momentum, that denies the bases from coming up and online. How on earth are you meant to achieve that when you're starting with a significantly worse army and you're kept in just a very weak position from the very, very get-go? Like, it's very, very difficult. Like, it's very rough for you. Yeah, there are a lot of turrets coming down from uThermal. This man does not want to get dropped to death. I think he's extremely comfortable with his starting point, and he's just like, I refuse to die by any sort of drop play. So he will stand by that defense, I think. I was just going to be seeing the Marines and the tanks still stepping through. The couple medevacs coming over just for the moment. Just going to be seeing the Marines stemming through. The siege tank is going to come by. Couple more shots coming off. Defense here needed from uThermal. Just going to be seeing a couple more hits coming through at the moment right there. Liberator still coming about. Just going to have ourselves the 2-2 upgrade still coming about as well. So again, just some little bits and pieces continuing on by. Alien's getting after a few of those SCVs, by the way. So that's going to be 7 workers going down. Nice little grab on the left side. Just as we're starting to get some economy going. Nice to get that rolling. And yo, Chunkus8318 on the YouTube coming in with the €10 super chat as well. Thank you so very much. Don't know why it hasn't dinged. But I see it and I appreciate you. And I got you on the donation star. I feel like we're going to run out of space on this donation star. I feel like we maybe needed stricter rules for the donation star. I feel like this thing's going to fill up really freaking quickly. That's all good. Can't complain about that, as we are going to be seeing the Fusion Core on the way as we're building up Liberators here. So Lib's on the way out. Fusion Core going to be the next step as we aim to get into an air army. I wonder if that's where uThermal will truly settle in this matchup right now. A little bit of that Marine tank still going through. NicRoK trying to join together and move around. It's a lot of Liberators. He's actually going to be seen right here as well. That means uThermal is arguably a bit out of position. I wonder if we could potentially do something about that as well here. Just seeing the Libs continue to come around down to that bottom right side, so we continue to join up. Armies are going to come in. Liberators are going to siege. Bio going to try and run down this ramp. The tank coverage is good. But is it good enough? A lot of uThermal tanks going down. It's just the air army is unbeatable. Oh my goodness, those Liberators were absolutely popping. Brilliant. I think at this point that's going to be pretty much... I'm not going to say it's pretty much it, but it's definitely going to push things even more in uThermal's favor. These Marines need to get rid of these Liberators. And hey, in this scenario, the tanks aren't siege. The Marines... Okay, well, in this case, the Liberators actually just straight up killed the Marines anyways. And we're going to go 1-1. We're going to get tied up here. GG's for game 2. And we go to game 3 of this best of 3, guys. We're going to go the distance as we kick this off and we get that ready to go. Thank you so much, first of all, Terranzoid and Conquest8318 on the super chats. Appreciate you guys. Add you onto the star here, as you can see. Terranzoid, I realize now your name's a bit upside down. I was like, I'm going to go in a circle. And the more I thought about it, the more I realized that was probably not a smart idea. So, sorry. Your name's a bit upside down. Just think of it as you have been dedicated as being special enough to be upside down compared to everyone else. As yo, thank you so much for Picard's Pulse Spot for downloading and getting to level 2 on the Star Trek Fleet Command. Super appreciate that. We've been so busy with the Christmas stuff, I've not even gotten to the sponsored content that we're going to mention at some point, but I'm not going to be playing that today anyway, because today's been a bit all over, so I've not had a chance to set up this morning, but we'll get to that at some point this week. Burrito, thank you so much as well for the resub, mate. That's a big-ass resub you had. I think you need to be part of the Slowpoke Slums over here. Bam! I have to do some real moves acrobatically to try and get these things on the tree while keeping the headphones on. Honestly, it's crazy. All right, back on track, guys. Back on track as we get into game number 3 of the series. Get this up and running. Let's see what we're going to do. uThermal is down in the bottom left, and he tied this series up just now. As in the top right, it is going to be a red Terran. Correct. Your name's too small. Look, I've got to keep space on the donation star because it's day 2 of December, and the donation star is already filling up on one side. So, look, I'm just trying to keep space on the donation star. I don't know what else I can do, you know. Yeah. Couple of barracks coming through, get settled down. taking a few moments to figure out where we're going in this Game 3 qualifying map. Make another one, tree number 2. I just don't actually have another star, though. You know what's funny is I've actually had this star in the stream Christmas box for so long. And this year I was just like, you know what, it's been a long-ass time since we wrote all the names of the donations on the star, let's do it. Like, I've had this star for literally like 5 years. I just decided to make it a donation star this year. I don't know, I'm feeling very into the donation, sorry, not the donation, but I'm feeling very into the holiday celebration tree this year. Not the sellout tree, the holiday celebration tree, obviously. I don't know, I'm just feeling it. I'm having fun with it already. I'm liking all the ideas we got going on and everything. I don't know, I just feel like we're in a fun place with it. I like it. Everyone's like, of course you like it. What are you making loads of money off of hanging decorations on a tree? Well, yeah, okay, I get it. But, like, it's been fun this year. I don't know, I just felt like we had fun ideas. We got the lucky dip bag as well. Yeah, we already had 2 lucky dips yesterday. Yeah, I mean, it's been a wild year in terms of the Christmas tree, or the holiday tree, or the salad tree, whatever we're calling it. It's been a wild one, and it's just day 2. Alright, Reapers heading into the center. Gonna make a little bit of a ploy to get toward the top portion of the map there. So just gonna try and make a little bit of a move, see where they can go. They're just gonna get rid of an SCV already. Just gather. Again, the starport commencing to come in about. A couple of Reapers and a Hellion coming by as well. So we get all of that on the go currently. Just going to be having the Reaper Hellion continue to gather up. Continue to keep on moving. Reactor Tech Lab coming by. Starport about to finish. Commencing to coming over. And you're going to see these units now joined up together. Looking to make a play in the next few moments. Diving straight in, couple grenades going down. Reaper Hellion taking a few more shots. Connections coming out right there. We go around the other side. Connections coming through. A couple of units going down already. A couple of additional Reapers coming by. We will continue to fight. This is pretty good for uThermal to start us off. NicRoK needs to get a bit of recovery going. The Cyclone definitely aids with that. Overall, that was 4 Reapers lost for 3 Reapers, 2 Hellion, and then the 4 SCVs are the real killer, because that's why uThermal will start to really significantly take a lead right now and really push himself into a much better position. So that part definitely feels very, very good. There's the Raven, a couple of Reapers, the Hellion all coming through. Interference Matrix coming up as well, by the way, for the Ravens. That Raven continues to come by as well. So just getting that straight on the way. Starport, gonna get the Tech Lab moving. Just gonna see the Medivac coming across the map as well. We still have the rest of the Reaper Hellion joining up together. Again, Interference Matrix halfway done. Stimpack building out. Marine Cyclone coming online. The Raven steps forward there for a couple of seconds, but decides not to do anything about it. As that Medivac loads up a handful of Hellions, I'm going to look for a drop into the main alongside the Reapers jumping in. I can only imagine this is completely aiming to dive at workers, because the Cyclones are coming through. There's been plenty of units to play defense with. Drop a few more grenades down. We've upped some units back. There's now 8 workers killed. Very effective from uThermal. Even NicRoK with the Medivac there to keep Reapers alive from the Cyclone lock-ons a little bit longer. 10 SCVs killed. We'll go for one more build in the barracks here, and that's going to be it. But 11 dead workers. And uThermal does some serious damage as NicRoK sits 38 to 27 workers, and he is down in that number, NicRoK, that is. uThermal is leading, so uThermal feeling really good about that. As the Raven and the Matrix still coming through, tanking a couple more Marines coming about, barracks, engineering bay, SCVs building in as well. Continue to get as much of that going as possible. For the moment, the Stimpack coming online also right now. Continue to get that on the up just for the moment. One alert turret into that mineral line. SCVs begin to go down. Couple of workers falling. Marine Cyclone get over there. Playing a little bit of cleanup already. Water turret just drops into place. The SCV already falls. Again, Raven coming about, the interference matrix coming through. That'll be done in a second. Just more options for uThermal. Obviously, NicRoK also has that available to him. NicRoK also already has Stim, but not really enough Marine. He has 17 Marines. Just has not been able to find a way to get them onto the map and get them active in this game. Otherwise, I'm sure he would have loved to. I've been trying to get something done with those already. That's obviously just not happening here in this case right now. Raven about to finish up. Stim pack halfway done. Marines in a tank coming up online. That Cyclone, he is just gonna... That's dead Raven. No. Ooh. I actually thought it was gonna get far enough away. And then it stops. I wonder if it could have just gotten away, maybe, if it flew a bit more directly and just kept moving. It was probably going to end up being pretty darn close, though, at the end of the day. So, yeah, could have been neat. +1 attack, sorry, combat shield. Starting uThermal will take an upgrade lead here eventually with that +1, but he will be behind heavily on combat shield, which NicRoK, I think, wants to take advantage of. Note that this is a 2-base commitment right now from NicRoK. He's not 3-basing. So that means he is definitely wanting to get forward and to do some damage in the next couple moments. This push is aiming for success, and he wants to basically overwhelm these siege tanks with the Marines, knowing that he also has the combat shield on the Marines to actually run in and tank a couple shots. If he can Raven the tanks down, that would have been amazing, but he's got no Ravens any longer, so that's not really a possibility at this stage. So yeah, I mean, there's positives here for this chance from NicRoK, but I think there's absolutely a defense that's capable of happening for uThermal too. We'll see what position NicRoK ends up pushing for. uThermal sees the army, double drop aiming for the main, but missile turret and Cyclone will make you think twice about that. There's a defense in the main as well, like the tank is well set up too. We're going to try and dive into this base, but there's going to be Marines right there, so that medevac just takes damage. uThermal's defense is on point thus far. Ravens take a few shots, but even if you lose them, you're still ahead in the Raven count because you're against 0 Ravens at all. So as long as you have 1 remaining, you still have more than your opponent to work with here. I do just think that we're going to have overall NicRoK in a little bit of a rough position right now. Medevac still building through siege tank Marines and the +1 upgrade coming about as well. A few Marines will stem forward again. Couple Marines going down. Matrix is on the tanks. It's a Marine fight. Upgrades are even right here. Stim and combat shield apiece. Auto turrets will help you a lot, and the tanks obviously are going to dictate this fight, as that battle is going to go heavily in favor of uThermal. He plays cleanup, everything going down. GG is called, and uThermal qualifies for the WardiTV 2025 Championship. What a run he goes through. You told me uThermal was going to be the qualifier from the top side of the bracket. A little surprised, let's be fair. I mean, he beat ByuN and then NicRoK. And NicRoK beat Yakov, Nightmare, and then just fell short to uThermal. I've seen NicRoK doing so well. I've seen NicRoK performing lately, man. Like, even if NicRoK doesn't qualify, I feel like runs like this that he's been having recently makes me excited to probably get him in the group stage anyway, you know? Like, cheeky little invite for NicRoK, maybe. Because he's playing like he deserves it, honestly. Which is awesome to see. It is freaking awesome to see. Let's run some ads as uThermal qualifies for the WardiTV 2025 Championship. Let me just do a little edit on the donation goal, because the donation goal doesn't update from the super chat. So we had 20 euros of super chats come in, which is like £15, let's call it, give or take a little bit. So we can call that 333 on the donation goal. That should update in just a little bit. Cheeky little invite, love those. Scarlett, look, you're a Zerg player that made a qualifying match. The chances of your invite is already through the roof. Let's be realistic. Zergs have premium real estate for invites, you know. Cool. All right. All right. We are gonna go in just a second or two. Themi beat ByuN. No, Themi beat. He got walkover Lemon, then he beat ByuN, and then NicRoK. All right, we're good over here. Scarlet Creator coming up for a qualifying match. After this, guys, this will be the end of the qualifier after this, but we'll have more content. We're going to do some replays and stuff. I probably can't stream super long today because Helen's out. Ellie's not being looked after all day. So probably like another hour or so, and then I'll probably have to go and walk Ellie and stuff. So, yeah. I mean, I should probably just go and walk Ellie as soon as we finish this. Let's see how this series goes. I really do want to try and do a bit of a longer stream, but it's been, like I say, a bit of a weird morning because I didn't get to walk Ellie properly because we thought the house might catch on fire because of the light thing. So, yeah. It's pretty crazy if you ask me. uThermal with the qualification. What a champion. What a champion. Crazy business. uThermal just... you know what? I appreciate it. uThermal was like, Wardy clearly needs the YouTube clicks. Put uThermal in the title. The viewership goes through the roof. Bam. Qualify for the event so we get to do it at least one more time. If we give you $10,000, will I skip Ellie Walk? Yes, if you give me $10,000, I think Ellie can be upset for another couple of hours and I'll take her out in the dark later. I think that's okay. I think that would be something that could happen. But only for $10,000, no less, okay? Alright, qualifying match number 2 in qualifier 3. In the bottom left-hand corner, the red Zerg player is going to be Scarlet. In the top right-hand side, the blue Protoss. It is going to be Creator. I don't know why I just put the score at 1-1. I have no idea. It's 0-0. Obviously, this is game 1 of this best of 3. My brain's just trundled off while talking to chat. Apologies. You would have offered 9,999. Yeah, that $1 didn't make a break for me anyway, man. Look, we're talking about my doggy's walk here. You know, she takes this stuff seriously. She ain't messing about. White rabbit as we get underway. I'm very excited for this. Scarlet creator. Scarlet beat ByuN to get into this qualifying matchup. Always fun to watch creator play as well. The Protoss players are definitely have a bit more pressure on them in these qualifiers. There is an abundance of Protoss players, and the reality is, every time we have an event, there's always Protoss players I would love to invite that we just can't invite because there's too many people who are already playing Protoss who already made the tournament, you know? So yeah, it's sad, but like players like Creator, players like Nightmare who got knocked down earlier, those are the kind of players that actually have a bit more pressure on them in these qualifiers because racially they're at a disadvantage. And for as weird as it is to say, there's a racial disadvantage because, like I say, there's more Protoss players, so invites are much more scarce for the Protoss. It's definitely a problem that exists, as we do have a Twilight Council coming about, a Warp Gate coming up. Circling speed is already halfway through. uThermal versus Scarlet on the final for the best viewership the whole month. Well, the final isn't played anyway, so unfortunately no finals today. There's nothing on. There's no prize money for the day, basically, so we don't make them play the finals. It's just top 2 are qualified. What are you showing his prejudice against Protoss? No. It's just, I mean, if you have 10 Protoss players already qualified for the tournament and there's 20 spots, there's not really any space for inviting Protoss players, you know? Look, even the best Protoss players have fallen victim to this. Hero, Classic, MaxPax have frequently this year not received invites into tournaments because they didn't play the qualifier and other Protoss players did. So, yeah. Resonating Glaive's the choice here from Creator. Creator's been one of the few players to really mix up this PvZ opening and really go for, like, I mean, just straight up Twilight Council off of no Stargate. It's such an old school vibe. We'll see if that's something which can work here against Scarlet. She starts the Rotron at 4 minutes. That's terrifying because this attack is going to be moving out and connecting very, very soon. So, to say I'm a little bit afraid at the very least is maybe even a tad bit of an understatement right now. Slaves finishing very soon. Roach Roaring just over halfway done. Adepts gonna fire, gathering up. Prism gonna be there. A few more Adepts warping in. Roach Roaring is about to be finished. The issue is going to be defending this a little bit before we get the defending this for a little while before the roaches get up. So far, there's not a lot we can lose just yet. We just see Adept shading in toward the main. The Ling Queen getting over there. Adept's going to try and hit this hatchery. Hatchery taking some big damage. Hatch taking a lot of shots. See the few Adepts negotiating about away they go. Getting a connection through. Roach going down. I mean, losing the hatchery would be disastrous in itself. Because if you lose the hatchery, you lose so much production potential. Scarlett's going to run in. She drops the transfusion. Tries to save this hatch for the moment as we do see the Adepts now just straight up fighting against these roaches. Is it going to be enough at the end? Adepts now shade across, and we are going to leave a few over here that will finish off this hatchery. So the third base goes down already. The Ling Roach will sneak through, jumping onto the rest of these units. Adepts will continue to fall. A few more Adepts back out into the center. Mortal coming up as well from creators. The couple of Adepts get by, taking out a drone. Nice little grab. Mortal moving down over that. Ling Ravager joining up. Just going to see the couple of Adepts are going to try and shade through. The Queens are going to go over. Prism will take a couple of shots as well. Scarlett's obviously going for the full-on counterattack. She'll be limited a bit by, available lava on the rebuild, because obviously she's only got 2 bases of, production to essentially work from. Creator's on its way to a Dark Shrine. That's a guaranteed defense, essentially. So that's kind of a ticking time bomb right now for Scarlet, who lets some roaches just kind of trickle into a little bit of fire. Just immediately there, we do see the Roach Ravager still gathering about. And just taking some moments to hit their way through. The Wolf Gate's already taking damage. Sniper Core taking some shots as well. These Immortals obviously with the Prism feeling comfortable to take it forward. Like I say, the problem is we've got no detection in this game. If we've got no detection in this game, then this is going to be pretty much a disaster very shortly. Like, we just need this Dark Shrine to finish. Like, Scarlet's chance right now is to actually just supply block Creator. Because the moment a DT warps in here, so we can build spores, but we don't have a lair, and so we don't have overseers, so we can't get detection across the map. So it's going to completely end this attack if nothing else. And that alone is going to most likely be a problem here. Satan's Nest coming up, Hatch and the Ling still coming through. The Queens will get in after the Adepts once more, clearing those out. Charge still on the way, the Immortal still coming about as well. A couple of probes. Lings, other Bane Nest. Continuing to play for the moment. A couple of DTs start to swipe and dice their way through the Ravagers. Bit more damage being done still. Spore will step out at the front. The DT is going to chase the Ravagers for a moment or two. A couple of Vials hitting the Prism for a few moments as well. The Lings moving back there. Those Immortals are going to be in position. Just having the Nexus, the Archon for charge, all building through. Ling Bane still producing by. Got ourselves a couple of Archons building as well. The Ling's looking for a wraparound on the rest of this army. You already see those Adepts beginning to go down, so a lot of Adepts getting caught. Scarlet is saving herself for the moment, but again, her longevity in this game is limited by the work account, and you can see her work account is kind of in the bin, to be polite about it. 35 workers doesn't get you very far in the game of StarCraft 2 in this day and age, so it's not exactly ideal right now. Playing from behind, trying to survive, and trying to draw this out to some chance at least. Charge about to complete. Plus one attack coming through. Bane speed continuing up. The Roach is still gathering. The couple of Overlords joining as well. Getting those produced right now. Just need to see that plus one attack, and the Gate still coming by. Bane Ravager still joining up. Just see ourselves the few extra units morphing in. Just going to be having the couple of DTs coming through. Plus one Sentry. Archon coming about. 13 more Banes about to finish. That Baneling speed still about to complete. The Lings wanting to chase forward a little bit. Ling, Ravager, Bane setting up. The couple of Archons firing already. The Bane's taking some shots over there. Ling, Ravager will loop around, seeing where we can get to. Gonna run in up on that top side. Those Lings getting wrapped around some of the Archons, some of the Immortals. The Banes are rolling forward as well. Scarlet has a chance. This is it. There's a lot of, honestly, a lot of units left. The fact we still have Banelings left, I mean, she pulls them back over here. I don't know what she's aiming for, just the probes in this mineral line. This was a weird fight. It felt like Scarlet had so much for so long. That's actually, yeah, kind of crazy. This was a good enough fight that I believed. I feel like those Banes should have continued to chase after the probes. Creative, you lost a few more workers here. Scarlet might have really been onto something. Our army supply is still advantage, but I wouldn't say it's good enough. The tech unit count is still pretty good as well, so I think that's going to be an issue as well. A little bit of Lingbane Ravager gathering up to see the units going back to the other side. Corrosive Vials, they'll knock a pile on already. So we'll knock that straight down right off the bat. Just going to be seeing another Corrosive Vial coming straight through here. Not going to land on anything just yet. I mean, we've got the position, so we have the chance to threaten the natural while also zoning the third base. Knock the gates down. The army split. If we can jump on a portion of this army and just a portion of it, that would be potentially... It would give you a chance, right? Like, that's our hope. I mean, the topside army makes the most sense because that's not near the prism, so you have more chance of getting some unit kills there. We pop an Immortal Barrier. Trying to get Corrosive Vials off, seeing what we can achieve. Diving toward the natural. Ling's going to shoot. The Bane's going to roll forward into that mineral line. What do you want to do? The Banes actually roll back to this side, so they're going to get in after the Zealots and the Sentries. Sentries pop Guardian Shield, man. These Banelings did not know where they wanted to be. And Scarlet's supply is not going to be good enough in the end. GGGs get called. I mean, it was a rough start for Scarlet, and she made a game of it. Despite the rough beginnings, Creator is going to take a Game 1 lead in this series, a 1-0 advantage in the best of 3. We'll get into Game 2 in a couple of moments. Yo, gotta say thank you so much. We just hit 800 subs. We've not been at 800 subs, I want to say, since like last December, which is really crazy. So thank you so much for the subs, guys. Appreciate the support. Keep them coming. Realistically, I mean, maybe 1,000's truly a little bit out of reach in this day and age, but it'd be nice to hit 1,000 just in December. Like, you know, live the days of old. Keep the subs coming. Just as we're loading in game, guys, let me just see what the heck Ali is barking at. I'll be 2 secs. No idea. There's no one outside. She's just barking at phantoms. Alrighty. Into game number 2. Down a game in the top left is Scarlet, looking to bounce back here. See what she can set up for. See if she can bring this back. She's been playing well today. As in the bottom right, our blue Protoss player is Creator. Get up and running. Get underway. Kick this off. Maybe a hatchery across the map. That's the Scarlet I know. Cheeky little hatchery in the natural. Get the proxy going. I love it. To me, that's like I say, that's a Scarlet special, and I like it because to me this is Scarlett kind of playing her game. Now she's going to go 3 hatch before pool, so 3 hatch then gas pool. Obviously with one of those hatches across the map, just going to try and force a response from Creator, which is for now going to be 4 probes. Lightning bolting this hatchery. Do you guys think in a prior life, probes were a shaman? You know, just lightning bolting away. They got transported from one Blizzard universe as a shaman to the other. They were a Protoss worker. It's kind of a downgrade, isn't it? One can commune with the earth and the elements, and the other's just a little dude that has to mine minerals for life. But hey, you get to retain your power of lightning. And that's about it. Probes have shamanic energy for sure. I'm feeling it. I just think about it, like the little taser beam is mana, I believe. Another world. Queen's coming up, Overlord on the way. And we got ourselves the Nexus coming about. As you see, the Zealot coming down to the 3rd base as well. Just going to get straight over here for the moment. Get that underway with some damage. Probe, Zealot, and Adept together will start to nibble their way through this hatchery. So damage being done right off the bat. The Lynx coming up. The Lynx speed on the way. Queen's in production. Stargate on the way by. Nexus is halfway done. Nice and early on. Again, a few extra links coming about there. The Stargate and the Nexus still coming over. Queen going to be there as the probe gets pushed away. The Zealot and the Adept still gathering for now. Putting more pressure onto that hatchery. We'll go back onto these Adepts, trying to get a catch. We get rid of one, which is nice. I mean, one Adept obviously can't really one-shot workers, and the Queen's got good damage on the other. It's good defense from Scarlet. GC-11, 13 drones still on the way through. Circling speed coming about. The Oracle and the Warp Gate building as well. Extra drones coming into play. Wing's going to get the wraparound. Adept going to go down. The Zealot is still swinging for a couple of moments. The Oracle now activating after a few Zerglings, so going for a little bit more value still. Into the main base. A couple of the Lings get taken out. Again, the Oracle building through. Warp Gate on the way. Additional drones coming out for the moment. Spores will build. Queen in production. The Creep Tumor coming by. And the Oracle finishing very short with the Warp Gate still very much so on its way through. Continue to get that up and running. Oracle and Warp Gate still coming by. Oracle will take those extra shots, take a few more hits. Little bits being done for the moment. Revelation going down. Just going to see the Oracle there. And it's going to be able to get rid of that Creep Tumor. The Roach is still coming up. Twilight Council and Forge all building straight into play right now. Those Roaches all the way from Scarlet, getting their numbers up. Economy is good. No last, so these Roaches and the extra Overlords definitely signify most likely a bunch more Roaches, I would imagine. We're just going to send this. There's the Lings, actually, so we have we're keeping gas at this point, so I guess the gas just going to be for Ravagers. The Queens will walk. The Oracles will be on this pathway, so they're going to see this attack coming. Confirmation here for Creator as to what is about to happen, and the fact that aggression is about to be up and in his face. A bunch of Ravagers will start morphing straight on through. More units coming back around just for the moment, so and a lot of that on the way. The positions coming over, just going to see the Ravagers going to start throwing down a couple corrosive vials. Bam, onto a couple of those building structures already. That's going to be a nice denial before anything can really happen as well, so you'll love to see that. Just going to be seeing a couple more vials jumping straight through. Oracle's going to lose one. We actually kept building Oracles here, which is one of the better ways to deal with this, actually. So it's going to be fun to see how that plays out in the end. We just have this push from Scarlet continuing, 58 to about 20 army supplies. So I'd actually say there's definitely potential right now. The thing is, the batteries keep dying so quickly as well. These Oracles are running out of energy. There's an energy recharge to keep one of them active. I mean, obviously Scarlet's on a little bit of a timer in the sense that eventually she loses everything to Oracles, but how much can she do before that point? There's still a lot of Adepts on this left-hand side. I think the answer is not enough. Claire is on the way for her now. She's looking for a transition out of this, but this was a defense out of Creator. This was a hold that has been made, and that is going to hold us on and into position. Oracle activating, coming after those Ravagers still. Just going to be seeing a couple creep teamers still joining together, still getting set up just for the moment. A couple of Evo chambers coming about. Get ourselves the Queens and the drones building through as well. +2 attack upgrade building right now. Probes, Robo Facility, Pylons, and the Assimilator all coming online. After down the Baneling Nest, still building through. I mean, Scott's looking for the transition. I just don't feel like she did enough to justify this overall at the end of the day, right? Like, I just don't feel like there was enough achieved to put her into this kind of spot where she can truly have seen this opening as a success. Like, yeah, she's droned out of it. Yes, her tech is coming online now. What did we kill overall? Like, we killed an Oracle, a couple Sentries, some Gateway units, and static defense. Creator made a hold without losing workers, without losing the stabilization he's built up into in this game. And I think that alone is just enough to put him into a very cozy spot already in this game number 2. Creator looking good right now. In this BO3, Roach speed still coming up, +1 missiles, +1 carapace, bailing speed as well. The Groove Spine's coming online. A bunch of additional Hydras will be on the way out. Just going to bring that up as we speak. Bring that all online. Stalkers will just get there. Creep team will fall. And the upgrades coming in that. Obviously, Creator just taking map control at this stage. And honestly, he has nothing to worry about. The upgrades that will give these units of Scarlet kind of a little, any chance of having some oomph in the game are still trailing a little bit. We are going to potentially surround these Stalkers, and yeah, we don't like that as Creator. He instantly recalls. He loses a couple, but the recall is a bit of a get-out-of-jail-free card there, and does save him from a position where he was maybe not quite as ready to take a fight as he should have been. Like I say, Scarlet coming around from the bottom side made it difficult for those Stalkers, because then you can't blink away. Blinking away would involve blinking deeper into enemy territory. And the last thing you want is to get yourself cornered. Scarlet turns this into a full-on attack across the map, looking to play denial on the 4th base. And she's going to deny the 4th base comfortably. Creator on the way to those Colossus. That splash damage has been very delayed in this game with the way that things have opened. And that delayed splash damage, I think, is one of the big issues right now. That delayed splash is one of the reasons why Scarlet is in a position right now to keep on pressuring. Gets through the Prism there too, so there goes some counterattack potential as well. That's obviously a pain in the ass to lose, because, believe it or not, counterattacking is a good thing. How often do you see the Prism Zealots across the map doing absolute work, and, that really does dictate the pacing of a game and just how things are going to turn out and everything as well. Yeah, pretty much all of the time is the reality of that quest situation, so there's your answer to that one. Alright, so the splash damage is laid, and now it's being donated. Not ideal! Banes are going to roll into this mineral line. I don't think there's a good getaway. A ton of probes going down as Scarlet crashes through. Lings and Roger show up from the right-hand side, and Creator just says, GG, this one's done and dusted, and we're going to go Game 3. We're going to go to a deciding map, as I did not love how Scarlet started in this game, but she turns it around, and Creator could not get up the defense necessary. This rallies back-to-back on the Robo units, and that's going to be costly. And we go into a deciding map here between Scarlet and Creator on this qualifying best of 3 series for the WardiTV 2025 Championship. Very exciting. Very, very exciting. Ruby Rock for our 3rd map and deciding map as well. Counting down into play in a second. Get this up and running. Kick this off. In the bottom right-hand side, it's going to be tied up 1-1 right now as we get ourselves into this next game. It is going to be the red Zerg in the bottom right corner, keeping us alive and believing. It is Scarlet keeping this series on the go, which we gotta love, because that means another game of StarCraft 2 for us today. While on the top left, probably feels like he threw that one away a little bit at the very least. It is going to be Creator in the top left side. Yeah, guys, again, finals are not played. Both players are qualified, and once they're qualified, there's nothing to play for. We didn't put extra prize money up for the qualifier today, or anything like that. It's just a little reminder to that. In case you were wondering. Just follow a probe around for a couple seconds right now. Thanks for coming by. Cybercore coming up. Hatchery, the pool coming about. The drone still on the way over. Again, the next in the Cybercore, all continuing by for a couple of moments here. Just follow this probe. Usually is the most interesting thing going on early. This match is just for bragging rights? No, this match is the qualifying series. The winners of this match don't play each other, so the winner of this versus uThermal, which would be the finals for the day, that doesn't happen. Yo, Spawns Revolution, thank you so much for the £25 donation. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for supporting the tournament. Again, all donation, guys, 100% are going directly into the prize pool for this event. So every time you guys hit a donation, that's a little bit more prize money paid out to the players for this tournament. So thank you so much for the 25. Super appreciate it. And we'll get you on the donation star on the tree as well, because what better feeling is there than that? Beautiful. Beautiful. Queen gonna come around. A couple of adepts just gonna join through over there. A couple of moments. Stargate coming about. We get this going. Oracle, Wolfgate, Adept, a little bit of everything coming through right there. The couple of Adepts here. We'll try and poke around for a little bit of opportunity, see if there's anything that may be achieved for a couple of seconds. Answer is not really just yet, though. 100%, yes! You might not have noticed this, guys, but we like to do 100% of things on this stream. 100% of Patreon pledges go directly into tournament prize pools. 100% of the donations this month go directly into the 2025 championship prize pool being increased. So that's specifically, like, you know, aiming to kind of get that added on more than anything else as well. As the Adepts get in, that's not pretty for Scarlet. She's going to lose drones here. Doesn't have a defense at all because her lings are across the map nibbling the third base, which they do cancel. So we get a cancelled third at the cost of 4 drones because those lings back at home would have been very useful right now. Kind of surprised these drones don't kind of come wrapping around the Adepts just to get some more damage dealt, because I felt like that was almost definitely going to be worth it, actually. Next in the pylon coming through, getting that into place. Yeah, kind of crazy as well. I mentioned the Patreon, but the Patreon is just hit an all-time high. I was looking at the all-time kind of history on the Patreon. We are at an all-time high for Patreon pledges. We finally broke the $1,000 pledge mark, which is honestly just incredible to see so much success on that. So super appreciate everyone who's been joining us and supporting and doing all of that. And it's just amazing to see, especially from this time last year, we have doubled the Patreon pledges. So we've really pushed for it this year, you know, with less events happening and us obviously trying to put on more events and fill more gaps in the calendar. And amazing to see that we've been able to double the Patreon pledges over the course of the year. So love that that's seen so much success. Just a great feeling to see something that we do press so hard on the stream. Like I say, again, love. If you want to check that out yourself, patreon.com/WardiTV. And while we're on the mood for selling out, just a quick reminder to hit that like and subscribe button on the YouTube. We're at 400 viewers on YouTube. We don't hit 400 viewers every day, so I appreciate you all dropping by. If you are enjoying the games, like I say, it takes half a second. Scroll down, hit like, hit the sub button if you don't already. We are on the road to 50,000 YouTube subscribers. So, yeah, help us out with that. That's a real goal I want to push for in the new year. So, give us a head start. I appreciate it. Let be your Christmas gift from you to me. Now, in return, we'll give you StarCraft. I see a bunch of you guys upset about no uThermal Scarlet. How about this? First of all, let's see if these adepts do anything. Not really. 4 drones. It's still decent, though. I mean, drone damage is drone damage, right? It's going to add up, so it's still going to be a bit of a pain in the butt taking that many losses. My suggestion was going to be that I see a lot of people that really want to see uThermal Scarlet. Now, there's no promise on this because I would have to ask the players, but how about we try and make uThermal versus Scarlet one of our Christmas Eve show matches? Because we do the Christmas Day games, and nowadays we do the Christmas Eve games as well, and the Christmas Eve games are just some show matches. Maybe we could make uThermal Scarlet one of our Christmas Eve show matches. If the players are down. The good news for the players is they don't have to play on Christmas Eve, we just pre-play it, but yeah, maybe we could do that, because I feel like a lot of you guys have been excited about it today. I'm always up for putting on whatever you guys are excited for, so maybe we could make that a thing. Maybe we could make that a thing. Robo Bay, Robo Facility coming through, the gates and the +1 coming about, melee upgrade and the groove spines coming along as well. The extra Hydra's coming up, Ling's coming as well. Melee upgrade coming through, additional gates coming about, Colossus getting built up as we speak. And just have ourselves the Disruptor, the Stalkers all building. Actually, the Infestation picture on a Scarlet's happier to go into the later stages of this game. It's going to be fascinating because we've not really seen a true later game develop between these two. It's been a lot of the mid-tier kind of units that have been kind of put to the test and traded with and, you know, try to be holding on and everything. So, very interesting if we do get to the later stages here. +2 attack coming up. Stalkers and Colossus on the way, bringing all of that about. The Hydras and a handful of Roaches showing up over on the left-hand side. Going to start pinging away at a few Stalkers. You'll donate to that game, but you need to confirm it. Need to be best of 5. It will absolutely be best of 5. That's what Christmas Eve games are. As yo, that's another donation. I'm not going to be able to read that in time. Sorry, I will get to that once we come out of this game. I appreciate you though. Thank you so much for the, I think £25, but I just missed your name. It was on a bad part of the stream. I apologize. I'll catch up on that. Stalker Sentry, Disruptor gathering up, Immortal and the +2 coming through. The +1 missiles, +2 melee, all building. 5 on the way. Lurker Den building, about halfway done as well. Let's see the rest of these Stalkers continue to move about the map just for the next few moments. Colossus fires a few Zerglings going down. Stalker's going to hold tight. The Hydra's going to be stepping up there. +2 attack upgrade coming about. The charge on the way. Extended thermal lance coming by. The +1 missiles and the +2 melee all coming up. The Hive is about to finish. The few Vipers are on the way out as well. The thing's going to hit at the front door. Cybercore in the gateway is already taking some damage, so we get some work done right there as well, on top of everything else. Stalkers get turned away around that left side. The Hydra still joining up together. Charge, Thermal Lance. Again, the +2 attack coming about as well. Arc on Immortal Prism. All in play. That Lurker, Isaac Spines is in production also, so we keep going with that. Just for now. Roach and the Hydra getting picked away at. Drones coming up. Ling's gonna just about eke away from the Disruptor shot there, so they're just about able to stay to the side. Again, love that we're onto these Lurkers. And the thing that's gonna be fun is that we're not really seeing any we're not really seeing a response to Lurkers just yet in the terms of a Sky Toss or anything, so we're just kind of sitting right now on kind of, you know, a ground army here from the Protoss, so Yeah, usually you kind of get to Lurkers and the Pro starts working on Tempest, but this is going to be interesting because now Creator's going to try and fight this on the ground. And guess what? We got Vipers, abduct. Oh, we're going to have to re-abduct that one Colossus. That's absolutely worth re-abducting for, though. Again, obviously get rid of those tech units. It's only going to be a big benefit. Lings are going to find Zealots around the top of the map, and that run by may continue from Scarlet. Lurker's doing a great job of zoning so far. The couple of Hydras want to be careful. Another round of Lings coming up. You want those Lings to flood in front of the Lurkers to try and protect them. And the Lings obviously make for great counter-attacking effects as well, so you do see Creator opting for the Storm now, which makes a lot of sense, because Storm is great against the Lings, and Storm's also good against Lurkers, because especially nowadays, that kind of hangs around for so much longer than it used to, the Storm. So it does a lot of damage to stationary units. And Knight is popping up on the other side, just as Creator's getting ready to defend against those Lings, and that allows Scarlet to bring a load of units across the map. Creator's going to kind of collapse in on this, but Scarlet breaks through into the natural with some Lings. She's going to get another Nidus network up, and that's in the main base! Oh no, and the Templar Archives is right there! Storm is going to be under pressure, and the Lurkers in the main are going to be a major issue, and we don't have Tempest to deal with this either. Remember when I said that this is just going to be kind of a ground army defense? That's a major problem. We do see a couple Queens out there going to try and fight off the Oracles, funnily enough. Disruptor from afar will connect, but man, it's going to be tough to get everything else in range here. But we have no backup plan or escape plan now because the Nidus got denied, so these units are very committed. But getting rid of the Storm is massive as well. Lings are running at the front. The cannon eating all the battery healing, which means that the Lings will be able to fight against those Archons. They're going to kill those. The main base has gone down as well, and Scarlet is continuing to sit in this main and looking pretty at the moment. Archon chasing the Vipers. The Lings continue through. Probes are falling left, right, and center, and Scarlet is getting created to fall apart, crumble, and burn here in this game 3. The Lurkers still control the main base, and new Nidus up over here as well. We can continue our way through as we do counterattack from Creator. Scarlet needs to figure out her defense. It probably involves bringing all the Lurkers back from the main base. She's morphing more. She's getting Hydras coming up. She did have a collection of Vipers. I'm not sure where they're at just yet. She does have still 2 of them available. Drops a Blinding Cloud, abducts the Disruptor, cancels the shot, abducts the Colossus. There goes the splash damage. No, it doesn't, because the Prism saves the Colossus. Lurkers are here doing their thing. The Hydra's trying to protect said Lurkers. Scarlet's army supply is lacking, and Creator's counterattack might actually just be good enough overall if we can break through these Lurkers still. These Immortals in the background are huge. The Viper shows up, and it can't do enough. Army supplies keep falling. Scarlet is running out of units defensively. She's got 17 Hydras producing, but I'm terrified for these Hydras because one Colossus still lives, and splash damage is king in this scenario. That Colossus may be an issue. We need that low HP Viper to abduct the Colossus and get rid of that Colossus quickly to give us a chance to kind of go with the rest of the Hydras. Scarlet has other bases, gets rid of one there, just going to abduct an Immortal, take what you can get, don't get greedy, does get the abduct on the Colossus, so we get rid of the splash damage, the Oracles get taken out as well, Hydras on both sides, and Scarlet's going to knock down the army, and she is going to take it out. She is going to play cleanup, and she will knock Creator down, and she will qualify for the WardiTV 2025 Championship. Woo! God, this was the best qualifier we've had. This was awesome day of qualifier games. I love it. Absolutely love it. The people, thank you so much for the £25 donations that we want uThermal Scarlet. I'm sorry the finals don't get played. The players won't play it. But I promise you guys I will do my absolute utmost. Well, I will invite them for the Christmas Eve games as a match against each other. How does that sound? I think that's probably our best solution. I think that's the way to deal with this. Because I would love to see uThermal Scarlet. Like I say, it's not going to happen today. There's no prize for the finals of this qualifier. Top 2 just qualify. The players knew that. uThermal's long gone. Black Bear, thank you for the $2 super chat as well. So yeah, we will have a championship on Christmas. Let me explain in a second. First of all, the people and Sponsor Revolution, thank you so much for the £25 donations during that game. I've added you both to the donation star, which is getting very full. We're gonna have to get donation star hangers and hang people off the donation star at this rate, I think, because it's very. I mean, we've got the back of the star too, but it's the second day of December. And the donation star is filling up. Again, guys, all donations on the stream this month are going into the prize pool for this tournament. So not only do you get your name on the star, great deal, you actually support the players while doing so. So not only does your name go at the top of the tree, amazing scenario, the players benefit from it as well. Got to update the description on challenge. It says finals best of 5. It's the players know it's not the case though, so it's all good. It's all good. Scarlet and uThermal qualifying. What a wild qualifier. Actually, wild qualifier. Love it. Absolutely love it. uThermal Scarlet not played? No, there's no finals, guys. There's no finals. But like I say, everyone seems to want the uThermal Scarlet. So what we do, if you're not familiar with our Christmas procedures, is what usually happens is on Christmas Eve, we do the Christmas Eve games. That's a selection of show matches, which are just played a few days before Christmas Eve, and I cast them live. So the games are played beforehand, but I cast live on Christmas Eve, and that will be the and that's the Christmas Eve games. We do like usually like 4 best of 5s. Last year was the first year we did it, so it'll be about 4 best of 5s, and then on Christmas Day we have the WardiTV Christmas Day games, which is a 1-day tournament that I pre-record. So the whole point of the Christmas Day games is it's pre-recorded, so I hang out and chat with you guys. You guys get to watch a full 8-player single elimination tournament. I actually have some fun news this year. The Christmas Day games, we decided, you know what, 8-player tournament is great, but what if we make the semi-finals best of 7? So this year the Christmas Day games will be best of 7 semis. This tournament is always awesome. To show you guys the last couple of years, this is what we had last year. Clem Dark, best of 7 grand final. With Clem taking out Hero and Solar on the way there. Shin upset Max Packs. The year before that. Why isn't there a thing? Go to 2023. The Christmas Day games 2023 was another Dark Clem final. Clem went through Solar and Hero again. Oh my god, the repeat! But we've done this multiple years now. We did it in 2022 as well, where it was a Serral Max Packs final on the Christmas Day games. Clem didn't wake up for that one. He forgot. Not ideal. But yes, so the Christmas Day games happen every single year, and it's going to be the same format. 8 players, and 8 players play a single Elim tournament. It's pre-recorded, so like I say, I cast all the games. It is essentially live in every aspect apart from, well, it's live in the sense of, like, it's never seen before, but it is pre-recorded, but it's Christmas Day. Like, I've got life things to do, you know? So we're going to be doing that again this year. If you guys would like some exciting news, like I said, we're going to do best of 7 on the semi-finals this year. I have confirmed Clem as a player for this year's Christmas Day games. Solar will be back. How could we not invite Solar? Dude is killing it lately. One of the most successful Zergs in online tournaments right now. We have got ourselves... Who else has accepted their Christmas Day games invite? I didn't actually message anyone else yet. Oh no, Reyno's ignoring me. I'm sure he'll get back to me and probably tell me no, but I invited Reyno. Hero is already playing. So we've got Clem, Solar, Hero. I'm waiting on a response from Reyno. There's another player invited that you guys will probably be very excited about. They didn't... Okay, here's you want to hear I invited somebody, and I'll just say it's exciting because they didn't just say no. They said they want to think about it for a day. Which is progress, because last time I invited them, they just said no. So, you know, if nothing else, at least they're thinking about it for a day. So, yeah, the Christmas Day games lineup is being made. We'll have more information on that soon. But it is coming. So there is going to be Christmas Day games coming up as well. Serral Pog. Now, you guys can guess who it is all you like. Maybe it's freaking, maybe it's uThermal, and he's just really busy and build up a Christmas, and he's not sure, you know? No, it's gonna be fun this year, guys. I think it's gonna be a good. I mean, honestly, they might just end up saying no anyways, and it's just the usual list of players. But the usual list of players is still very good. So, yeah, it's Snoot. Yeah, that'd be fun. It's Harstem. Look, if Harstem told me he needed a day to think about something, I wouldn't put that on the world. Making Harstem think is a dangerous thing. So, yeah, I wouldn't put that on the world. Don't worry. Ay. Aye. Max Packs. Did I invite Max Packs already? I'm a bit confused because I sent out different I sent out 2025. Yeah, I didn't invite Max Yes. I sent out 2025 championship invites earlier today for the seeding group players to confirm who's playing. So I'm a little bit confused as to who I've invited for what right now. But I will write down on my Christmas Eve games list uThermal versus Scarlet because the people seem to want it. Harston just got roasted for nothing. Look, Harston, every time Harston gets roasted on this stream, he absolutely deserves it because he does nothing but roast me forever. So, yeah. So yeah, I also we've already basically confirmed most of our players for the 2025 seeding groups as well, so that's exciting. And yeah, the 2025 championships are looking freaking fun, guys. Let me bring this up for you guys and show you where we're at. Let me show you where we're at. So, too many players, so little Wardy. Just too many tournaments being organized at the same time. So, right now, we have got Classic Hero, Max Pack, Showtime, Clem, and Stoller in the seeding matches. There'll be 2 players added. Right now, I'm still confirming, but I'm pretty sure the current invites for that will probably be ByuN because he finished in top 8 in every major WardiTV tournament this year. Nobody else did that. And the other one I'm thinking, because then we'd only have one Zerg in the seeding matches, I'm thinking of doing the best performing Zerg throughout the year, which would be Shin in WardiTV tournaments. That's mostly off the back of the Korean Royale, because Zergs didn't play in any of our other tournaments all year. So that's probably going to be the extra 2 players here. Notably, Shin and ByuN are yet to qualify, so that doesn't affect us down here yet either. I know ByuN played today, but he didn't qualify, so... So yes, and we've obviously already got Trigger, Percival, Kira, Rogue, uThermal, Scarlet, Shameless qualified down here, and obviously we'll be doing a bunch of invites down here as well. So, so yeah. Solar fans taking strays. Solar's already in. Solar's already in because he actually outperformed Shin in the Korean Royale. He got top 2 in the Korean Royale, so I meant in terms of players that weren't already part of the tournament. Awesome. Yeah, super exciting, guys. Today's qualifier was freaking awesome. What a great qualifier. Absolutely loved it. You guys want to know what's super fun? We're going to do that again tomorrow. Because tomorrow we've got qualifier 4. Isn't that exciting? So yeah, we're going to have qualifier 4 coming up tomorrow. So that's going to be a ton of fun. Right, you know it's a good day when your seed 5 and your seed 7 are the top 2 players. Love that. So yeah, tomorrow will be qualifier 4, guys. There's a couple signups for that already, but not obviously. We'll just see who ends up playing. Usually we do see a little bit more of that as it comes around. I think what I'm going to do is... It's a little annoying because I really wanted to do a bit of a longer stream today, guys, but I feel really bad for Ellie because Ellie's been alone all day. Because Helen's out. She's going to be out for longer. Her brother just had a baby, so she's taking parents to the hospital and stuff, and she took the day off work because she had a hair appointment, but then she was out early. She took her brother to the hospital, went to a hair appointment. Now she's taking parents back and forth to the hospital and stuff. So, Ellie's been kind of alone all day, and I couldn't walk Ellie earlier because I couldn't leave the house because I was waiting for the electrician to show up. So, quite literally, just Ellie has been very much so on her own. So I think what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to go and take Ellie for a walk because I think she deserves it before it gets too late. And I have some replays I really want to cast, but I think we'll just save them. So this week, tomorrow is going to be another qualifier, and then we'll probably do some replays. And then on Thursday and Friday, I'm actually hang on. Thursday and Friday, yes, right now. So Thursday I'm off. Friday, I'll not be live because I've got too much IRL stuff going on. I'm getting some internet stuff done. And then I'm going out and stuff. So, but Thursday, we're going to have a full replay day. We're just going to cast loads of Kung Fu Cup replays. So, we're going to cast loads of games from that tournament. And that should be super fun as well, if you ask me. Awesome. Anything else I want to say? I don't think so. I think that's good. Cool. And then Saturday and Sunday are the freaking WardiTV 2025 championships, guys. Like, it begins as soon as that. It begins as soon as that. So, yeah, super exciting. So yeah, we're just going to take a shorter day today. Like I said, I did want to do it longer. Just not going to work out, guys. So Wardy has a life outside of SC2. Very, very minorly. I mean, literally, I'm going to be doing... on Friday, we have internet people coming to change our backup internet line. Upgrade it to fiber, so I'm going to have fiber backup internet. So if the stream goes down, if my main internet goes down, we can actually continue streaming to YouTube on the second internet line. Right now, if the main internet goes down, the second internet's not good enough to stream on Twitch and YouTube. So we're going to get it upgraded so we can keep YouTube live if there's an issue. And then after that, I have to go to my parents and drop some stuff off. And me and Helen are going out for the night. We're going to drop Ellie off at the daycare. So she's going for a sleepover. So Ellie's going for a sleepover with her best friend Maisie. So she's going to have a great time. And yeah, basically there's a bunch of stuff going on. So I'm just, busy on Friday. So I'm going to take Friday off. I'll be live on Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, and tomorrow. So every day apart from Friday. And one thing I've not mentioned too much today, guys, if you want to support the stream for free, something you can start doing is checking out Star Trek Fleet Command. !star in the chat should give you the link for that. Let me see. There you go. I'm having a couple of issues setting up the Twitch panel for it, but so I'm just getting confirmation on that because I'm not going to do the stream today anyway. But we have like 2 or 3 weeks of this. But get on it, download it, start leveling, get your command center leveled up. It helps out a bunch. All the usual stuff. Just get involved and play. It's a free way to support the stream. Even just installing the game counts as money toward the stream. Every single person that does that helps us to run more StarCraft 2. Those sponsorships are one of the reasons why we can keep the events going as well. You might, if you do the math, you might be like $1,000 a month on Patreon, and yet we're running $5,000 tournaments every second month. Like, that doesn't add up. A lot of that's because of sponsors like this. So you can see all the different stuff you can do. Start playing it right now. Play every now and then. Play a couple minutes here and there. It's one of those games. Star Trek Fleet Command is actually probably the best mobile game we've played on the channel. Out of all the sponsors we've done, I think this is absolutely the best one that we've played. It's a mobile game, but it's so not in your face with the microtransactions, at least last time that I played it. So yeah, check it out. If you're looking for a free way to support the stream, you can do that. Super easy and a super great way to do it. Does the Evil Rising code work if you installed through the link? It should do, unless installing through the link already gave you the stuff from the code. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not 100% up to date with it just yet, because I was trying to get it set up this morning, and then this morning got crazy, as you heard, and then I had issues getting some of it set up as well. So yeah, if it doesn't work, it's probably because installing through the link already gave you the free stuff. So that would be my guess. That's usually how those things end up working out. Sweet! Alright, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm honestly, I've yapped on a little bit, so I'm just gonna wait to run one more round of ads on Twitch, because ads do help support the stream. So I'll just wait to do one more round of ads, if that's okay with you guys, and we'll wrap this up. Anyone got any questions? Anything fun to ask? You guys have a couple minutes. Go wild. You can ask anything. I might not answer anything, but you guys can ask anything. You're still playing since the last one, Steve? Well, of Star Trek? Yeah, that's awesome. I actually genuinely think this game was very good. If out of all the mobile games I played, this one is one I really wish I'd stuck with a little bit as well. Yeah, yeah. I actually genuinely thought it was one of the best ones we played. I try not to keep playing these games because I get way too into them and I need less time on my phone in general. Your ops level 63, holy, that's crazy. Yeah, so I try not to play them. I play one because Helen really got into one and she kept playing it, so I joined her. And now she's quit and I'm still playing it because it's just become part of my life. But I need less of that in my life, you know? I already have enough phone time going on. Phone time is OSRS sailing. I get that salvaging in, bro. Will I ever consider bar? What's bar? Helen's a full-time job? Bro, it's not a full-time job. You click twice a minute. At most. If you're going hardcore on salvage and you click okay, you gotta drop things sometimes. It's tough, I get it. Beyond All Reason? Oh, is that the that RTS game that with loads of massive maps and stuff? You can't use the code, so you assume you automatically get it from the download. That's very possible. yeah, I've heard of Beyond All Reason. Guys, my usual response to these things, I just liked StarCraft, man. Like, I love this game. Like, I have no interest. I love StarCraft 2, and I like playing old school RuneScape as my off-stream game. Like, that's kind of like my life. And I just really don't feel the need to do other things or try to expand into other things. Like, I like playing a couple of card games as well in person, but like when it comes to sitting at the computer, like if I'm streaming, I just want to do StarCraft. Like, there's enough StarCraft at the end of the day. You know, like if you look back on this year, has there ever been, there's like barely ever been a week where it's like, oh shit, we need to do something else on the stream because there's no StarCraft this week. The only time that's happened is when there's like a big event on, so all the players are at this big event, and it's like a day before, and I'm at home, and I'm like, cool, I've got nothing to do for like, this has maybe happened 2 times this year, you know? So, I'm kind of full committed to StarCraft 2 when it comes to streaming. Like, every now and then I like streaming something I just find fun on the stream, but like, there's a big difference between trying to make something work on the stream and being like, you know, there's a big difference between trying to make something work on the stream and like, hey, I'm going to do this every Friday, is going to be like this stream or something, and trying to get that consistency going, and being like, and then the alternative being like, huh, I really have nothing else to do today. I'm going to stream this game that I find fun, and I have no intention of monetizing it, you know? So I'm really enjoying playing Riftbound cards right now, but they don't have an online client or anything, so it's really sad because I might have done streamed a little bit of that. I'm really enjoying learning that, so it's been fun as well. But yeah, cool. All right, guys. Do I play or enjoy watching any non-esport? What, just like a regular sport? If that's the question, I watch NFL very religiously. We're very into it. I know, American football of all things, but it works out really nicely because it's like 3 or 4 months of the year. It's on. It's like 3 or 4 months of the year, right? And then most of the games happen on Sunday evening, so you might realize I never stream on Sundays after 6 p.m. because it's just NFL night. So me and Helen just make sure Sunday evenings we sit down, we watch like 7 hours of NFL, and we play fantasy, and it's a lot of fun. But that's pretty much, you know what it is? It's like a lot of stuff I would watch if I got into it, but I try not to get into too much because I feel like I'd be so caught up. I can play Riftbound on TCG Arena. I know, and there's also Tabletop Simulator, but there's something about it, like, it's the blockade of learning how to control these different programs, and then like TCG Arena doesn't have matchmaking either, right? So then you have to find someone to play with, and I'm a very antisocial person. Like, I try really hard when I go out to my local store to play cards in person. So the concept of reaching out and finding people to play with online, and I'm not super confident about playing and stuff, is like, ugh. Like, it's just scary, you know? It's like on like a program I don't know how to use either. Like, it's just such a mental blockade of getting set up. Funky controls, not. Yeah, I think that's the thing. I think whenever I've seen people play on the simulators, it's just because it's all manual. Because everything's manual, like there's some, like, it works in person because you're sat across from someone so you can talk it out. But like, I don't want to sit on voice with some random person to figure out. It's just not what I want to do, you know. Like, to me, that's not fun. That's just, yeah. I really want to play more of this game. I'm like, I want more time to go and play it, but then I'm working a lot right now, so I moved one of the 2025 Championship Seeding Group days a day earlier so that I could actually go and play a skirmish day. So that's going to be fun. I'm probably going to get bopped because I feel like I've played way less games than everybody else, so. But we can only try. All right, guys, the ads are ready, so I'm going to run one more round of ads, and I will see you guys tomorrow for more StarCraft 2. I appreciate you all. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Would you guys rather I host? Here's your options. I can host Lambo, Geralt, or Loco. Loco's stream title is My APM peaked in 2019 and has been declining ever since. Enjoy the show. And then he's just on a full cam situation. Ay, ay, ay. Lambo's trying more late game. I feel like Lambo's been playing late game forever. StarCraft installed Go StarCraft? Hell yeah, appreciate it. Alright guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks so much. I'm gonna go walk Ellie because she's barking. Thank you so much. We had 800 subs as well. Isn't that crazy? Amazing. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys.